The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school football starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Martha Lane Collins High School in Shelbyville. Welcome to our broadcast of Central Kentucky High School football on Glycon. Tonight, it's the homestanding Collins Titans with a 4-0 record against the visiting Meade County Green Wave, who come in winless at 0-4. I'm Keith Elkins, Jamie Brown alongside tonight. He's a former coach at North Oldham High School and a longtime assistant in the Louisville area. Plenty of football experience for Jamie. It's good to have you with us on the broadcast tonight.
Well, glad to be here, Keith. Looking forward to a good game.
It should be a good ball game tonight. An interesting kind of matchup in that one team comes in perfect on the season at 4-0, and big expectations for this Collins team. Meade County struggling to get its first win under Coach Blake Powers, but we have a variable in the game tonight in that the outstanding quarterback for Collins, Cade Gooden, will not see action tonight, so we'll have to see how that affects things.
Well, one thing you always preach as a coach is play through tough times. So new coach 0-4. New starting quarterback for the other team. Should be interesting. I'm sure both coaches all week talked about playing through tough times.
And I'm sure they did. And again, the Collins team with the high expectations this year, and me just getting going under the new coach, and he's had to deal with some setbacks. But at this early stage of the season, everybody's still going at it, playing hard as you would expect, and competing. And so we would look for Meade County to give its absolute best tonight and give Collins a ball game if they possibly can.
Well, one thing about Coach Powers, he played at Meade County, he played at IU, he's been an assistant coach at Army. He definitely knows the toughness of the game, so I expect Meade County to be a tough team and give Collins everything they've got, just as you said, Keith.
Well, it's a warm night, a good night for football, though. Our temperature is 86 degrees. Our tonight's weather forecast is presented by Suntime Pools and Spas. Good people to know if you have a pool. And we're at 86 now as we near kickoff, and it'll dip into the 70s tonight as we go through the ball game, and 0% chance of rain, which is always good to hear. So it'll be comfortable. This fans should enjoy the ball game tonight as far as the weather and the environment are concerned here at Martha Lane Collins High School. So we're glad you joined us on Glycon, and we hope you'll stay tuned. Our pregame report will continue in just a moment. We'll hear from both coaches. Coming up next, it's Blake Powers of Meade County here on Glycon.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Talking with Coach Blake Powers of Meade County. And, Coach, I know you want to get some wins on the board, but tell me about how your team is progressing through this early part of the season.
I think we're showing improvement. We went through a lot with losing a lot of coaches, new coordinators on both sides of the ball, and then we lost our defensive coordinator the week of the first game with a broken femur in practice, and he made a decision for his health to move on. And so we've gone through quite a bit of change and restructured a lot, and we've been in some games, and then a lot of foolish penalties and self-inflicted wounds have taken us out of those games, and we're just really focusing on controlling what we can and improving every week.
Your background, in addition to an extensive coaching career, is as a quarterback, both at Meade County and then at Indiana. And I've heard you talk about how important leadership is to the quarterback position. As you're evaluating high school athletes now, what do you look for that shows you that someone can be the leader, and how do you try to bring that out in them?
Well, I think some of that is you either got it or you don't. You can't really manufacture it, but some guys are more vocal than others. Some guys lead by example, but the bottom line is you've got to be reliable, hardworking, and not afraid to hold others accountable, in my opinion, to be successful at the position. And so we've had different quarterbacks play this year. We have a transfer that we're hoping gets eligible soon, and it's been kind of QB carousel with injury, but big things to me with that position is being a leader, and I try to coach those guys hard in practice to be able to take pressure and criticism to prepare them as best as I can for when things go wrong in a game.
Speaking of quarterbacks, you'll be facing a very good one in Cade Gooden from Collins, and I'm sure you have some things in mind for him. But just in general, how do you try to contain a guy who is an athlete and a strong arm and can do a lot of different things at quarterback?
Yeah, I know Cade, so I recruited his older brother Kenyon at Army, who was committed to us for a long time and then chose to go to Bellarmine to play basketball. But I think Cade was in like 7th or 8th grade when I was in the household, and just a great kid, unbelievable talent. And it's not easy to try to defend a kid like him who can make plays with his arm and his legs. And he does an unbelievable job extending plays. He's mobile and he can throw, and he's got size, and he's just a great player. I don't know that you can really stop a player like him. You just try to keep the ball in front of you and contain him as best you can.
You mentioned earlier about cutting down on mistakes and penalties, but in terms of priorities, what would you put at the head of the list that needs to be done to get this team turned around and on a winning track?
I think it's attention to detail and discipline. I think we've got great kids. They play really hard. Coach Mofield, who I played for in high school, raised them the right way. They're tough. We've just got to, I think we are disciplined in a lot of areas, but it's not showing up on Friday night. I think that just comes with attention to detail in practice, and we've got to execute better on Friday night when it counts. And so we've tried to facilitate some things in practice to improve our attention span, and we've just got to be more disciplined.
All right. Well, thanks a lot and good luck tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
All right. And we'll be right back on Glycod. We are back at Collins High School as kickoff approaches here. Collins against Meade County tonight. And tonight's keys to the game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service. Keith Elkins along with Jamie Brown. And Jamie, we talked about the keys to this ball game tonight. And let's start with the visitors from Meade County. What do they have to do?
Well, I heard Coach Powers talk about not making mistakes. And part of that when you're losing is when you make a mistake, learning to play through it. And he talked about attention to detail. So he's on the same page of what I would think as an 0-4 team is learning to play through tough times and doing the things you need to do. Finding some big plays. That can be in the kicking game. That can be on offense. But you need to find some big plays. They've been struggling to score, so I would think the special teams would be very important for them tonight also.
And Collins, of course, you heard in the interview with Coach Blake Powers, we just found out tonight that Cade Gooden would not be playing in this ball game, and I'd asked Coach Powers about defending him when we talked yesterday for the pregame interview. So that's obviously a change in strategy and personnel for Collins. It's going to be pretty significant. What about the keys for them tonight?
Well, anytime you lose a player of that caliber, other people have to step up. So defense needs to step up, really play well, limit Meade's offense, not give them a chance to get big plays and to score. Protect the ball. You've got a new guy back there calling the cadence. You got a new guy catching the snap, handing it off. No turnovers. Make sure you're clean. And then I would think Coach would want to establish the run game to take pressure off his new quarterback, give him a chance to kind of smooth into the position. I would expect him to try to establish a running game right away.
And look for Javon Hunter at quarterback tonight for Collins. He's mainly been a running back, but he is an outstanding athlete, and Coach Lucas has a lot of confidence in him as he takes over not only just the quarterback duties, but all the leadership duties that go along with being a quarterback. So it should be an interesting matchup in that regard. Those are tonight's keys to the game presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. This broadcast is authorized by Martha Lane Collins High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with more of our pregame report, including comments from Collins coach Jerry Lucas when we continue on Glycod in just a moment.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Talking with Coach Jerry Lucas of Collins, and Coach, your team is off to a great start at 4-0 and winning decisively. You've obviously got a lot of great athletes, but all in all, what's behind the great start?
Well, I think, our kids, we have some experienced kids. We struggled a little bit last year with our youth, and it wasn't by design. We just played a season last year where several of our upperclassmen, seniors, got hurt last year, and we ended up starting 10 sophomores on offense. And several kids got to start on defense that were JV players, and they had to bump on up. And they went through some adversity and went through some games where we were still very competitive. We were 5-5 last year, and felt like 3 of the games that we were in and we had a shot to win. And so we were excited in the off season, but our kids have really worked hard really since December, and we've been playing really good football so far. Our defense has been outstanding. Special teams has been really strong. And of course, when you have all those kids back on offense, you feel like, you're going to have some success. So here to date, we've been really happy with our how we've progressed throughout the season.
And Cade Gooden is back. He's a guy who's going to attract a lot of attention, of course, and does a lot of things for you. Tell me about his development as a player now as he continues through his high school career, still just a junior.
Cade is a fantastic talent. Now, tonight he's out. So that's going to obviously be an adjustment for us offensively because he's been our quarterback for, a year and a half. And he's out with an ankle injury. He's been actually, he's cleared, he's progressing and those kind of things. But we're not going to be dumb about it either. We're going to make sure he gets back to 100%. So offensively, Javon Hunter, who was our starting running back last week, is going to slide over, and he's been getting some quarterback reps. And Javon is a very talented kid. So we're excited about seeing what he can do in this offense. The good thing is he's going to be making his first start for us as a quarterback tonight. However, he's got a whole bunch of experience around him, and I think that's a big deal, When you talk about Cade, as Cade was progressing, so were all his young kids with him. Now all of a sudden Javon steps in, and he's got a bunch of experienced kids back from last year. There's not a kid on our offense around him that wasn't a starter last year except for our left tackle, Leonardo Lavario, who's a freshman, and we have another kid that started last year, Nate Bruce. We moved him to the D-line because Leo's been so impressive that he just took the spot at left tackle, and that's not easy to do as a freshman in high school, but he started since day one. So we feel like we got a lot of experience around him, and it's been really nice that we have a strong defense, and they've been playing some outstanding football. So, we feel good about tonight.
And you got an opponent coming in Meade County that struggled a little bit. They're 0-4, looking to put their first win on the board. Any problem? It doesn't sound like there is, but any problem at all in your team keeping focus when you win by big scores as you have so far?
Well, I think our kids understand that we have been successful because of the things that we've done, and we have to continue to do that. When you guys get a chance to see Meade County tonight, they may be struggling right now a little bit, maybe trying to, I noticed that their quarterback's out and they've been playing. They have an outstanding football player. His number 0, I think it's Rainey. Yeah, fantastic on both sides of the ball. I mean, this kid can absolutely play. And my guess is he probably should be the running back, but they've had to move him to quarterback because of injuries. The thing that scares me is that just puts the ball in his hands all the time. So we've got to make sure at all times we know where he is. And then they have another kid, number 26, that looks really good at running back. They're big up front on both sides. I've just noticed in all my years of coaching, it's never easy. Sometimes it may look easy, but this is not an easy thing, and I don't think ever winning football games is an easy thing, and we're going to have to play tonight.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back on Glycott.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. LaGrange Service Center, providing quality car care for more than 60 years. And by Clementine's Car Wash, LaGrange's 24/7 touchless car wash.
Game time approaches at Collins High School. Collins against Meade County tonight. I'm Keith Elkins. Jamie Brown alongside. Kevin Maldonado is our producer tonight. And Jacob Johns is our camera operator. That's your Glycod crew. And we're glad that you've joined us for this one tonight here in Shelbyville, Kentucky. Let's take a look at tonight's game plan. It's built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. The right decision for your home. And Jamie, how are these coaches, you think, going to approach this ball game tonight?
Well, we always say in the coaching ranks we steal ideas, so I'm going to steal from Coach Lucas. He talked about Javon as a running back. So I would bet you're going to see some called running plays for him. Utilize his experience as a running back. That would get your offense going, the experience around him. And then for Meade County, Coach Lucas mentioned those two players, Rainey and Redmond. How do you get those guys in the game? How do you get them the ball, get some big plays out of them? So using Coach Lucas as a background, those are the game plan things I would look at as a coach for both teams.
And for both of these coaches tonight, I mean, you had sort of a general overall plan as you made plans back in August, but now here we are late September, and you're really having to make some pretty big revisions.
Well, even on Meade's point, you've prepared for Cade Gooden all week.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got a different guy back there, and a quarterback running threat is an extremely difficult thing to defense. Urban Meyer saw a video with him the other day. He said it takes away 70% of your defense. So you spend a whole week getting ready for Goodwin, who can run it, but doesn't run it a lot. Now you're going to get a guy that may run it a lot. So that's an interesting next and old thing we'll have to watch throughout the game also.
All right, that's tonight's game plan, built by Elite Building Products. We'll take a final pregame break and be back after this, and we'll have tonight's kickoff, Collins and Meade County, coming up on Glycod.
Hi, folks. Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Manowar Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. New Vista. We see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School football.
Just about set for football here at Collins High School. Collins against Meade County tonight. Mentioned that Collins is coming in with a 4-0 mark against Meade County's 0-4. This is Collins' first 4-0 start since 2020. And their previous game back on September 12th, last Friday, they beat Oldham County 31-14, 362 yards of total offense in that one. But that was the game in which Cade Gooden was injured late in the ball game, and the star quarterback for Collins will miss tonight's game. You heard from Coach Jerry Lucas before the game. His 16th season at Collins, 110-75 mark. He's the only head coach at Collins, and that's following a career as an assistant coach at Western Hills, at Scott County, and at Shelby County. And, of course, he's a veteran coach then here, and Blake Powers, of course, has been around football a lot, Jamie, but he is in his first year as the head coach at his alma mater, at Meade County High School, and facing a challenge there. But both these coaches have great backgrounds, and of course Powers was a Division I player, quarterback at Indiana.
Yeah, to my knowledge, this is the first game that Coach Powers was coached in high school. So you got a veteran high school guy versus a new high school guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, first year as the high school coach after being an assistant at Army, and he has gotten a variety of football experience and a variety of military experience. He was in the Army, Blake Powers was, for I believe it was 12 years, and served there, and he then was an assistant on the Army staff before deciding to take on the challenge of his hometown job. So you know that the fire is there. He really wants to do well for his hometown school, and Meade County has some good history, but they are off to a tough start this year, and he's having to make some revisions as he goes through the first season.
Well, they were runner-up in 2013 in 6A football, the same year Coach Lucas won his state championship in 5A football. So Meade County was always a tough opponent, so it'd be interesting to see how he brings them back.
And the Titans taking the field now to the applause of this crowd here in Shelbyville tonight. The Collins Titans 4-0 on the season, coming off that win over Oldham County 31-14 last week. And they were quarterfinal finishers in the 4A competition in 2010, semifinals in 2011 and 2017, runners-up in 2012. And then state champions, as Jamie mentioned just a moment ago, in 2013. And they had a 10-win season back in 2017 and went to the 4A semifinals. But Jerry Lucas, obviously a good fit for this program, and I'm sure he's looking for big things from this team this year.
He does a fantastic job. When I was a head coach at North, we scrimmaged him, and I knew right away he was a good coach just by how he did things on the field. And as you said, he's the only coach they've ever had. So it's his program versus a new guy that's trying to build a program.
Blake Powers, an assistant coach at South Oldham back in 2010, then was the football admissions liaison at Army 2018 to 2021, and then the previous 3 years, 2022 through 2024, an assistant coach at Army. And he was a star quarterback at Meade County, who graduated in 2003 and then played at Indiana in the Big Ten 2004 to 2007. And now back to his old high school to try to revive that football program there. Coach Larry Mofield retired after 21 seasons, most of them very successful. But finished with a career record of 118 and 129. And again, they were 6A runners-up back in 2013. So we're just about set for kickoff tonight. Glad you joined us on Glycod. It'll be Meade County to kick it off. I see Delaney back deep for Collins. Staples to kick it off. Delaney, deep man in the middle for Collins, and we're just about set to go here at Collins High School tonight. Here's the kick, and we are underway. It's a short one, going to be taken by one of the up men at the 24-25 yard line. Gets up to the 25 and 30 and 35 and about the 36 yard line. So excellent field position for Collins. Isaac Estrada had the return on that one.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Lucas does right off the bat. Do we get a quarterback run, trying to get Hunter involved in the offense early?
Well, Javon Hunter comes into the ball game, 7 carries, 91 yards. Of course, he had been a running back. Now he's going to handle the quarterback duties. Jason Hentz moves out to the right at the top of your screen. And Hunter is in there at quarterback, ready for his first play from scrimmage. He turns and pitches it behind him. That is Dale. And Dale tackled as he heads out to the left side. Good stop by Heiner.
Really nice play by that young man. He contained it, kept the ball in front of him, and then made a nice tackle.
So 2nd down and 12, lost a couple on that one. The ball marked at the 34-yard line. Collins in its own territory. We're just underway here from Collins High School tonight. And the snap, and the keeper this time by Hunter. He heads out to the left and is pushed out of bounds out there.
So that's a design quarterback run, what we thought we might see early.
Blackman on the stop, a 5'9", 150 senior for Meade County. So the Meade County defense brought about a 3rd and long situation now, a 3rd and 10 for the Titans.
Big early 3rd down for the defense.
Now whistle blows and we get a flag down.
Those are the things Coach Powers was talking about, not doing the little things to hurt yourself. 5-yard penalty, now makes it 3rd and 5.
So now 3rd and 5 after they step off the offside penalty, and now a 3rd and 5 coming up for Collins as they try to cash in on the mistake by Meade County. Here is Hunter looking. Fakes, now trying to scramble out of there, and he's going to be brought down by Williams. Landon Williams on the stop, a 6'2", 200-pound senior. Nice play, and they had some pressure on Hunter that time.
Immediate pressure, but the young man did a good, smart thing. He just pulled the ball down and ran. Didn't throw an interception, didn't do something crazy. They've also had a holding call, but obviously they're going to decline that most likely, make them punt the football.
They are officials for tonight's ball game. The referee is Alan Gray, and the umpire Paul Richwalski. Linesman Paul Holba. Line judge is Mike Essenpriest, and the back judge is Robert Pinto.
Interesting. He took the penalty, but field position early and also not giving him a chance to go from midfield. He may be thinking in today's analytical world, it may have been something they went for. So
yeah.
Coach Powers saying, nope, I'm going to make you play another down.
So they will, and it's 3rd down now and 15 from the 30 at the 31-yard line. This time Hunter straight back to throw, gets a nice throw off, and a leaping grab at the 36-yard line. Davion Dale with a fine catch out there, and he had to really battle for that one.
Very nice catch, and what a great throw for a quarterback in his first game at quarterback. A little bit underthrown, but the receiver adjusted, was able to come back and get it. The biggest thing, it was thrown to the sideline where the DB could not make a play. Nice throw by Mr. Hunter.
It was, and they've got some people who can make plays like that. And if the ball is slightly underthrown, it's still very much catchable for these Collins athletes. They've got some good ones. Here's Hunter looking as he runs, and now they almost had him and then brought him down. Ball is loose on the ground. Meade County recovered. Was it on the ground before, or was he down? Let's see. Looks like it's, I think they're going to call it a fumble. Or are they?
Well, and that's a young.
Yeah, they are going to call it a fumble and a recovery by Meade County. So a big turnover early.
So that's what you don't want to see as a coach. You know, go ahead and throw that ball away. Don't get hit. Don't take the extra hit. Don't fumble. And now he's limping off. So everything you've done this week now becomes questionable. Do you have a backup behind the backup?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
So not what Coach Lucas wanted.
Hunter limping off there, and we'll see if he's able to come back in on the next offensive series. 42-yard line is where Meade County will start, so they take advantage, or will try to take advantage of a turnover early in the ball game. The snap and the keeper, and that is Rainey, Wyatt Rainey. He's been pressed into service as the Meade County quarterback. 5'11", 207-pound senior. After just 3 games, had 42 carries and 125 yards, and he was mentioned by Coach Lucas in the pregame comments as being a real threat, Jamie.
The other 2 guys you mentioned are in the backfield, so that'll be interesting. Big drive for Meade County here. If they do something well early, a lot of confidence. That really helps a team that's 0-4, obviously.
They're right at midfield, and 2nd and 2 for the Green Wave of Meade County. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Redmond. He turns the corner. Down the sideline he goes, and he's still on his feet inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. That is Cruz Redmond, a 210-pound senior, and he really got rolling down that sideline.
Well, both those guys are good size. Broke a tackle on the edge and then got vertical and got some yards. So exactly what Coach Powers wanted. Some positive energy in the beginning. Need to score here. Need to put it in the end zone. Give yourself a chance to have some confidence the rest of the game.
Under the 9-minute mark in the first quarter of action. Collins 4-0, Meade County 0-4, but the Green Wave with the first real threat of the ball game.
I know Coach Lucas has been high on his defense, so he'll expect a stop here.
They send Rogers wide left near the top of your screen. And there's the snap and a quick throw. That one is caught by Jolly.
Nice job by the DB and the outside linebacker from Collins coming up, making that play on that screen.
So Jolly makes the catch. That's about the 19-yard line now. So a very short gain. Rainey with the quick pass the last time. Now under center. And takes it and turns and gives to Redmond. But the play is made in the backfield, and down he goes.
Big play by the defense, and as you know, Coach Lucas talked about how well they play on defense all year. So this is not surprising to see him making a good stop here. Now 3rd down, very important, obviously.
0 on the carry, Rainey, and number 0 on the tackle for Collins was Jaden Martin. So now it's 3rd down and 10.
Might see a play action pass here or something off what they've already shown to see if they can get somebody free on a play action pass.
Mayfield in motion, now turns around. Now here is Rainey, going to keep it. Now he's going to pitch back to Mayfield, and he is stopped. A couple of Titans right there to make the play. Isaac Mangin was one of them.
So what we call speed option off the edge. That's some old school Meade County football there, back when Coach Powers played there.
Sorry, Clay England for Collins on the play.
I think Coach Lucas may take this if they have a field goal kicker, try to push him out of field goal range.
Hold on play. Be a 10-yard penalty. We'll bring up 3rd and 20.
So that'll push him back to 3rd and 20.
If you're Coach Powers, you're thinking 2 downs here to get a first down, because you can get the first down right inside the 10.
So on 3rd and 20 from the 30. Meade County now with the long situation, looking for that first down. And the ball is on the ground, a scramble for it. Looked like Redmond got it back, but we'll see.
Well, the Collins guy had the ball, but I think they gave it back to Meade. They might have ruled simultaneous possession, which always goes to the offense.
Yeah. So it'll be 4th and 20.
Well, Coach did not hesitate on the field goal here, so he must have a pretty good kicker in his mind. This would be big to make this and get yourself a lead.
Yeah, Mitch Staples is the kicker, a junior. Kicking from the 40, so a 50-yard attempt. And the kick is on its way, and it's going to be short and into the end zone. So the kick no good, and we're still scoreless at 6:02 to go in the first quarter, as Collins will take over again, and we'll take a short break and be right back on Blacktop.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Still no score, 6:02 to go, as Collins has it now following the field goal attempt that was short of the mark for Staples, but he was attempting from 50 yards. And now Collins will take over again.
Trying to see if Hunter is back at quarterback. I can't see the number.
They hand it off, and comes left, and there's a flag flying in now. Jaden Martin on the carry.
That's a big drive by Meade County not to get points in terms of the defense of Shelby. So good job, Collins. I had Shelby last week. But Coach Lucas leans on that defense, and that was a good stop by the defense.
That is Hunter back in there.
Yeah, it is, number 9.
Personal foul, face mask on Meade County.
So a face mask penalty is stepped off.
Well, if you're Coach Lucas, that first down run is what you want. Get you 5, 6, 7 yards on first down. Keep the quarterback comfortable. Stay on schedule, as we say in the coaching world. Make things a lot easier for you.
Now at the 43, Hunter turns, hands it off to Dale. He's got some room. Comes up across midfield and down into Meade County territory. Tackled at about the 40-yard line as Heiner was in on the stop, but a lot of room for Dale, and he's very quick.
He's got really good feet in the hole. Really nice job of using his vision to find the hole, and once he found it, he sprints through it and gets positive yardage. And he finishes forward. I noticed that when we had Collins before, he always finishes forward on his runs.
So first down for Collins. Hunter has it. Turns, gives to Dale again, looking for room on the right side, but this time they've got it shut off, and he is stopped for a short gain or possibly a loss.
Really good job by the defense there. When he made his cut, everybody swarmed to him. But even at the end there, he almost bounced off and got some more yards. He's a very tough kid to tackle.
Landon Williams on the stop. We mentioned his name a couple of times so far. He's a big part of that Meade County defense. Landon Williams, 6'2", 200-pound senior. No score, under 5 minutes to go first quarter. Hunter takes the snap, pitches forward this time to Delaney. Down the sideline he goes and toward the corner, and now he's knocked out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Nice call by Coach Lucas. We call it fly sweep. It goes down as a pass because it's forward. Meade County structure on defense, if Collins can get the ball in the flat area, what we call the 8 or 9 hole, there is a lot of open space out there.
Game was good for a first down. A Kroger Marketplace first down. First and 10 Titans at the Meade County 19.
So from the 19, Collins has it, first down. Here's the turn and the pitch. And a good gain to the left side.
Nice cut by the running back. And again, at 8-9
Dale again. Yeah.
Coach Lucas has found something he likes there, that outer perimeter of the defense.
So it's a first down for Collins. First and goal from the 8. Javon Hunter back there, and now he pitches again forward. This time it's Delaney again to the left side.
So same play opposite now, fly sweep to the right earlier, now fly sweep to the left. That's a really difficult play to stop on a goal line because everybody's crammed inside, and you go to the edge of the defense.
Yeah, between Delaney and Dale, they've got a couple of real dynamic runners there, don't they, that they can get to, and tough to bring down, and they've got a lot of speed.
Yeah, they're very quick, and they finish runs. They really finish physically.
So we'll see what they do now from, where are they, about the 4-yard line?
Looks like an empty backfield for the first time on this drive.
Hunter waits for it and has it. And takes it himself and heads for the goal line. He's going to be stopped short.
Ball was carried by number 9, Javon Hunter.
So a quarterback design run, you get the fake of the sweep going across, called jet motion. Fake it to him and then run inside. So all that perimeter stuff, you try to find that seam inside. So nice job by Meade being home and stopping it.
Well, Romero on the stop for Meade County.
I would expect if they don't get this, that Coach Lucas will go on 4th down.
Third down play coming. There's the snap, and the handoff is to Martin, and he is into the end zone. So Collins breaks on top. Jaden Martin carried it in from about 2 yards away, and the Titans lead it 6-0 with 2:42 to go in the first quarter. So they do break out on top. Meade County had a good opportunity a moment ago, but now Collins has taken it down and scored. Gage Miller on to try the extra point. And the kick is on its way, and it is good, and it is 7-0. Collins on top, 2:42 to go first quarter. We'll take a short break and be right back in just a moment on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms.
Back at Collins High School, and the home team, the Collins Titans, have a 7-0 lead right now with 2:42 to go in the first quarter after the short run by Jaden Martin. Carried it in from 2 yards away, and the extra point added by Gage Miller, reliably so. He's 20 of 21 on the season. Now make it 21 of 22 for Gage Miller on the season. And Collins has a 7-0 lead, and we've seen a little bit of what they would like to do with the absence of their quarterback, Kay Gooden, and they're making the most of the speedy, athletic runners.
Seen a couple quarterback runs as we expected, and then using the speed to the outside of the defense. If you're Coach Powers, you got to be a little bit downtrodden just because you had a chance to take the lead, you didn't do it, and then you had a big third down conversion that hurt you. This is an important drive for Meade. At least get some first downs. You don't have to score, but get some first downs and get some of your mojo back from that first beginning of the game that was in your favor. I do like Collins playing on offense and what Coach Lucas adjusted to and found, as we said, the soft spot on the edge of the Meade defense.
Peyton Stewart and Braylon Pruitt back deep for Meade County as we get ready for the kick. And it is on its way, and it's going to go well into the end zone. So that will come back out now, and Meade County will get started on the offense, trying to come from behind now. It's 7-0 here in the later stages of the first quarter.
When you have a kicker, you can do that in high school. It's such a weapon because once it goes in the end zone, that's it. It comes to the 20. So that's a great weapon that Coach has there, which Lucas has.
Yeah, that's a real luxury at the high school level. You don't see a whole lot of kickers that can consistently deliver it into the end zone, or also be a long, accurate place kicker too, which can really have a role in a close game that may come down to the end. So here comes Meade County. Rainey turns. And he's going to throw, and trying to throw out here to the right to Duncan Rogers, but that one's broken up.
Nice play by the Collins DB. There's some of that play action that we may have seen the drive before I was anticipating, but fake a run, boot around, and try to hit somebody on a corner route. Problem now is you're 2nd and 10, and your offense really isn't built for that, but you've got to try to do something to make some plays, and that's what Coach Powers is thinking.
So this will be a 2nd and 10 play coming from the 20 for Meade County. The snap to Rainey. He's going to keep it. Tried to hit into the left side, but not much there for him, and now shoved back behind the line of scrimmage.
2 guys on that tackle. One thing about the Collins defense is the second game I've seen them. They really run to the ball well, and they gang tackle. And they are mean when they get there, for lack of a better word. So nice play there, containing the quarterback, putting them in a 3rd and 10 situation.
As Kaywood Ledford used to say, they're in a bad mood when they get there.
Yes, perfectly. I don't have his voice, though.
Me neither. Who does? Third down play. And here comes Rainey to the right side. Looking to throw. Floats one downfield, and a collision there near the 41 yard line. Going for Grayson Heiner, the intended receiver.
Again, nice coverage by the Collins defensive backs, and so everything so far Meade has thrown has been to the sideline. So I expect next series you may see some passes over the middle if they feel like they can protect it. They may not feel like they can protect that, and that's why they're rolling him out and bootlegging him. Yeah,
lots of times I guess in a situation like this, the things that you want to do are not necessarily things that you can do. The things that maybe you should do in a situation like this, you have to have that option available to you. Now,
I guess there was a penalty. I did not see a flag.
Yeah, didn't either.
Yeah. Maybe roughing the passer. I don't know. Well, Meade needs to take advantage of that.
Yeah, they'll step it off to the 35-yard line. So a second chance for Meade County on this drive with 1:44 to go, first quarter. The green wave out of the huddle. Wyatt Rainey with Redmond alongside him in that backfield. He turns and fakes, now gives it to Redmond, and he's trying to get some room around the left side and is pushed out of bounds short of the 40-yard line. Got a little tangled up on the handoff, it looked like.
That's the second time that they've had some miscommunication in a handoff. That was a different formation. It's what we call 4 wide or 2-by-2 open. And Collins did not empty the defense at all. They stayed playing run. So it'd be interesting to see if Coach Powers comes back to that and then tries to throw the ball out of it. That was the first time they showed that formation to the defense.
2nd down and 7 coming up for Meade County. They bring an 0-4 record into this game. Collins at 4-0.
So again, the same formation as last time. So Coach must have saw something he liked.
The snap to Rainey. Moving to his left, and now fires downfield and quickly out of bounds.
So I think Coach Powers saw what I saw. They did not empty the box at all, so he had some short, medium routes open, but immediate pressure, and then he had to run out, and I think we got a hold. So that goes to our earlier conversation. They probably can't pass protect for him in the pocket. That's why they're moving him around so much.
So the flag against Meade County. That was one of the things that Coach Powers had talked about, that it hurt them so much over the early part of the season here. If you can cut down on the mistakes, not hand the other team some opportunities, you're going to give yourself a lot better chance to win, even if you're shorthanded.
Yeah, he was very clear about that. He mentioned the penalties right away, and that they are drive killers. You're just not built for 2nd and 20.
From the 28, they will snap it this time. And it's Rainey straight ahead. Not much there for him.
A lot of penetration up front. I mean, he made the handoff, and there was two Collins players. Shelby going last week. I apologize. Right there at the handoff. So something up front's they're not communicating. They're not figuring out who their men are supposed to be up front. And they need to get that fixed. It's going to be a long night for Meade County's offense.
Coming to the end of the first quarter, Brody Haggard on the stop on that last play. And we are now at the end of the first quarter with the score, Collins 7 and Meade County nothing. Back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Jamie Brown here at the Martha Lane Collins High School field at the start of the second quarter. 7-0 the score, and Collins is on top. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast that the star quarterback for Collins, Cade Gooden, who is a college prospect and has several offers on the table already, is not able to play in this game because of an ankle injury. So Javon Hunter has taken over the quarterback duties for Collins, and that means reorganization of sorts right in the almost the middle of your practice week. Jamie, that's quite a challenge for a coach.
Yeah, and the good thing, like Coach Lucas said, he had some experience around him. He's done okay so far. He had the one fumble earlier, but he's managed the offense on the second series for good. This is a big down for me, just to get better field position to punt it.
3rd and 16. Here's the snap to Rainey, and he gives to Redmond. Tries to look for some room up the middle, but not much there. Got to about the 25 before he was upended.
It looked like the snap was a little slow compared to everybody else's movement, and that let the defense penetrate. And so had he broke that tackle, he had a bunch of yards in front of him. A little bit of a slower snap, and the defense ran past him. But 5 or 6 yards is good. Now you at least can punt the ball and try to get some field position back.
And now from the 34, they'll kick it away.
Deep the kick, number 40, Gabriel Lang. Set the receive, number 6, to Jari Hardy.
Jari Hardy is back for Collins, standing about his 35-yard line. And the kick is on its way, and he's going to dive forward and take it at about the 41. So good field position coming up.
Make you nervous when he dives, but you want to catch it, because when you don't, that's 15 to 20 yards of field position out the door as that ball rolls, particularly on turf.
Yeah, takes a big skip bounce, and all of a sudden you're looking at a much different situation. But he gathered it in and made the catch. The punt was by Gabe Lang, the junior for Meade County, handles the punting duty. So the 41-yard line in Collins territory, that's where the Titans will start on their first possession of the second quarter. 11:09 to go before halftime, and Collins on top, 7-0.
There's the old famous story of Coach Howard Schnellenberger making his GA study how much the ball rolled on grass as opposed to the old AstroTurf at Cardinal Stadium. That was like concrete, so it died wherever it hit. But that's a famous old story of Coach Schnellenberger.
You can see them all staying up late at night with calculators and in those days and compasses.
Sir.
Yeah. Here's Askew on the carry for Collins. He is stopped as he went around that right side.
So that's a similar play. You're trying to get to the edge of the defense. Much better job by Meade County of stringing it out, keeping him running parallel line of scrimmage and making the tackle.
Cantrell Mayfield with the stop.
Yeah, no computers back then for Coach Schnellenberger to figure that out for those poor GAs, right?
Now flag flies.
Second time they've gotten them to jump on a false cadence. So that's 10 yards that you've given them just by moving early.
So a little over anxious in the Meade County line, and that'll move the ball up to just short of the 45-yard line.
5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalties just really hurt you.
And 5 from the 45.
So on a second down play, They give us to Askew. He's got some room, crosses midfield and gets down to about the Meade County 40 before they can bring him down.
Another running back, there was a penetration right away. He was able to put his feet in the ground, do what we call a jump cut, get around him, and then find yardage for a first down. Nice run by that young man.
Caleb Askew, a junior, 5'10", 170 pounds.
He had a really good night in my previous game here. They've got 3 really good running backs on this team at Collins.
42-yard line.
First down from the 42 for Collins. Hunter takes it and throws to the right. Got his man Jason Hintz. Hintz is close to a first down.
Good easy throw. Get Javon in a little bit of rhythm throwing the ball. Really good job by the receiver once he caught the ball getting vertical. He didn't waste any time. He got vertical and found yardage.
Here's a second down play with Hunter waiting for the snap. He's got Askew behind him. After a look at the sideline, now he's got it. Gives it to Askew, waiting for it to take shape, and got 2 or 3 up the middle before he was hit and dropped by a couple of members of the Greenway. Braden Pruitt was in there.
But again, really good job of finding some yards in there, feet staying parallel, and then finishing the run. Got the first down out of it.
And that is good for first down yardage. Call it the 31-yard line in Meade County territory as Collins on the move now, trying to add to a 7-0 lead. Again, Javon Hunter at quarterback tonight. Had been a running back, but with the injury to Cade Gooden, they put him in at quarterback, and he worked this week at the quarterback position. But that's the extent of his experience as far as varsity football here at Collins is concerned. Now he sets and throws, firing long into the end zone, a little too long that time.
Well, Coach Lucas had a good call there. Meade County brought pressure, 2 inside linebackers, and played man, just missed the throw. But really good call by Coach Lucas. He saw something out on the field that tipped that to him. So good call, just missed the throw.
And as you mentioned, Hunter has shown us a good arm.
Yeah, that was a pretty good throw. That's a hard completion to make down the sideline on that route, but it's an excellent call versus that defense.
So now a 2nd and 10 play from the 31. Quick look at the sideline. And the snap and the handoff to Dale, finds some running room on the left and crosses the 30 to about the 25-yard line.
The other thing that young man does well, we always coach running backs to cut off the heels of the lineman. He pressed right up to his lineman there and then cut left and found yardage. And so he kind of hide behind those big guys, but he does a really good job of finding yardage after he presses the heels of the lineman. Very well coached. All these running backs are well coached.
It'll be about 3rd and 3 now from the 24 as we go into the 8-minute mark before halftime.
Different formation. We haven't seen this out of Collins yet tonight.
See Hulsman out to the right, near the bottom of your screen, and running backs on either side of Hunter. He fakes to Dale and gives it then to the second man through. Jaden Martin took the ball and got close to the goal line down there.
Yeah, so what we call 20 personnel, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, split backs, and they ran counter tree. Really good job of him following his blockers and finding positive yardage.
So now they're at the 2-yard line. He's got Dale and Martin again alongside him, Hunter does. And from the 2, here's the snap. Dale gets it. Dale takes it in for the touchdown. So touchdown from the 2 for Dale. Has put Collins up by 13 now, 13-0. And we'll see Miller on the field for the extra point, trying to make it 14-0.
Well, if you're Coach Lucas, you're happy about that drive because you ran the ball very well in different looks and different people.
Yeah, I've seen several different ball carriers through this game for Collins, and now a touchdown by Dale is followed by the extra point by Miller. It is good again for Miller, and it's now 14-0 Collins, 7:11 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break and be right back with more football on Glycol.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
7:11 to go, second quarter. 14-0 the score. Collins on top, and Jamie, we saw Meade County miss out on an opportunity early, and now it's a 2-touchdown deficit, and so they are in a position where they're approaching the danger zone here.
And they've done exactly what Coach Powers said they've done to lose games. Unfortunately, they've had a couple offsides penalties that helped drives. They had 3rd and long. They gave up twice, actually. On offense, they made mistakes. They've had trouble handing the ball off. So a lot of self-inflicted wounds. But when you're building a program, when you're new, when you've been losing, those things happen. You got to just keep playing and keep fighting.
And for Coach Lucas of Collins, he has seen his team respond well to the loss of their quarterback, and Hunter has stepped in, and I would say so far has done what Coach Lucas expected him to do.
Managing the offense, had that one mistake early, but now 2 drives where he's been right there, and he's made 2 really nice throws that we've seen. But again, that last drive, Coach Lucas has got to be very happy the way they ran the football. And here's our kicker into the end zone again.
Into the end zone.
Out the back of the end zone.
Way beyond the reach of the return men, and out of the end zone it goes. So to the 20. That's where Meade County will have to get started with 7:11 to go in the second quarter of play here from Collins High School. And glad you've joined us tonight on Glycod. Collins looking for its 5th win of the season. Meade County looking for its first. They've had some games that they've been in. They've lost decisively a couple of times, but they've had some games that they've been in. They've got to feel like they're close. If they can just cut down on the mistakes, they'll be right there.
This is an important drive. If you can make it 14-7 before half, what happens on their drive, it'd be important.
Here's the snap, and Rainey rolls back to his left under pressure, tries to find a man on the sideline. He was going for Rogers, but couldn't get him and had to really get rid of that football.
Yeah, he had pressure off the edge right away, and two receivers really near each other, so somebody's route was probably a little too deep or not deep enough. But again, bootleg on first down, trying to find some yardage because they don't feel they can protect him in the pocket. And this just hurts you because if you're Meade, you're not built for 2nd and 10. It's not in your arsenal to be 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10 is where they are right now as they send Mayfield to the right. Snap to Rainey. He takes off around the right side, trying to turn the corner out there, but they close in on him, and he is shoved out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
Good job of finding the edge by Rainey and making some yards when it looked like he might have been stopped. Collins did bring some pressure off the backside away from that, so it'll be interesting if there's a passing situation, if we see any outside pressure from Collins.
So it'll be 3rd and 5. He did get to the 25. A 3rd down and 5 for Meade County. This time Rogers comes to the left side at the bottom of your screen, and now Rainey awaits the snap. He has it. Fakes to his running back and fires off to the right. A short pass completed. And that is Ethan Jolly, who has played some quarterback himself for Meade County this year, but he caught that pass.
Really nice play action there. Timing good. Receiver went up and got it and get a first down. That's a big conversion. That's a really big conversion. Even if you don't score, you keep the ball and you don't let Collins have it back to score again.
It is good for a first down. They are now at the 31, 32-yard line in their own territory. Meade County trying to get on the move, trailing by 2 scores. Rainey has it, gives off to Redmond, and he is stopped short at about the line of scrimmage. Isaac Estrada in on the stop.
That was a counter trey play like Collins runs, but Collins, I think, noticed that the linemen for me kind of telegraph when they're going to pull. They really kind of put their weight back in their stance. And those are things you look for as a coach on film, but I noticed them pointing at that guy, so they may have noticed on film when they pull, that guy shifts his weight back. So if we get that again, we'll watch for that.
Trey England also went on that stop for Collins. So a second down play coming. Second and about 10. In motion is Mayfield, and the handoff straight ahead. That's Redmond, Cruz Redmond. He gets to about the 35-yard line.
Cleaner operation there, good handoff. Motion, what we call jet roll, he comes back around. So there's an option play off that we might see on Meade also, where they fake the handoff and then option on the outside.
Clock running at 5:38 to go in the second quarter. Third down play. And the snap to Rainey. Looking and still looking. Trying to find some room to run, and finally has to tuck it under and got to the 40-yard line. Ball was knocked loose, but I think he was out of bounds.
Nice job by Rainey making some positive yardage. Looked like nothing. So again, there was some edge pressure right away from Collins, and Meade's in a sprint out, so he can't get his feet set to throw the ball. But he did a nice job of finding some yards. Interesting decision for Coach Powers here, what he's going to do.
Yeah. Under 5 minutes to go first half. The tackle by Isaac Estrada. He had 52 tackles coming into this ball game, 34 solo, so he is around the football. 3 tackles for loss. In Oldham County last week, 17 tackles, 5 solo, and 1 tackle for loss.
That's a good game, 17 tackles. They're going to go for it here. Make sure try and draw them off sides.
Mayfield in motion, the snap, and the give straight ahead, and nothing there for Redmond. And now a penalty flag flies in the air after the play is over.
Well, I saw Allen. Allen's the referee, been around a long time. Talked to Meade County after that play, so he's seeing something in there he doesn't like out of somebody. And he obviously heard or saw something he didn't want to hear. So it's been interesting to see who it's on. But he was in the Meade County huddle talking to them. And when that happens, the official's usually saying, hey, guys, something's going on here. We got to stop. So it'll be interesting to see what this call is.
The officials huddling now.
And with this discussion, he's obviously explaining what he saw and what he told Meade or Collins.
Alan Gray, our referee tonight. We're waiting for the call. Clock stopped at 4:30 to go, second quarter. And a 14-0 lead for Collins on the board.
They're talking to both coaches, so something has been said or done that they don't like.
Yeah, this is not a football. It's or outside of football, let's say.
Either a comment was made that shouldn't be made, or someone shoving after a play, or something of that nature.
So that happening on a 4th down play, where the runner Redmond was stopped. Oh well.
Well, I think it would be after the play, so either way, I think it's still going to be Collins' ball.
Yes. Yeah, they had him stopped.
Yeah.
And then the flag flew, and it did fly. Got some altitude on that one. He was emphatic in that call.
He threw it from the back where he was, so there was something he was watching for that he was specifically had said, don't do this again. Here we go.
Dead ball personal foul against Meade County.
So he was in the Meade County huddle talking to them. So whatever he said to them, that somebody did what he told them not to do, obviously. But what they've done now most likely is tell both coaches we're not going to have any more of this.
So again with the play, as it's 4th down, and it's going to be Collins with the football now.
I don't see Coach Powers arguing a lot or getting upset about it. So whatever it is, it's just something he's going to accept and fix at halftime and say, we're moving on.
That might be part of the halftime message, though. Let's see. Here's officials stepping off the penalty now, and they're going to place that ball at the 24-yard line. And it'll be first down for Collins at that point. Again, that was a fourth down play, and they had him stopped, so it was Collins football when the penalty flag flew. Well, now a big opportunity for Collins to really spread this lead out before halftime.
Well, you don't, if you're Coach Powers, you're double upset because you got stopped on a 4th and short, and then you get the 15-yard penalty, which you, again, he mentioned pregame, we can't have penalties, and you just given them field position. Obviously, when you had a chance to maybe punt the ball, you choose to go for it, and then you give them 15 extra yards. You just can't do those things and win.
Well, we're glad you joined us on Glycod tonight. I'm Keith Elkins, Jamie Brown alongside. Kevin Maldonado is our producer tonight, and Jacob Johns is our camera operator, coming to you from Collins High School in Shelbyville, Kentucky. We have the timeout now with 4:30 to go in the second quarter. So Collins breaks its huddle and heads back out there now. Javon Hunter has been their quarterback tonight in place of their standout, Cade Gooden, who suffered an ankle injury last week and is going to have to miss this game. They're not sure when he will be back, but they want to make sure that he is 100% when he does come back.
Not sure what that timeout was for, other than maybe let everybody cool off a little bit.
That might be a good idea at this point. The snap, Hunter takes it, fires it out to the left. Short gain out there.
Nice play by the Meade County safety. Come up and make that play right away on that screen.
Delaney on the catch. Delaney picks up 1. Avion Delaney, 5'7" junior. Another of those guys that if he gets the ball in open space can make some things happen.
Yeah, Collins is blessed with several of those guys this year. And Coach Lucas does a good job of getting them all the ball in a lot of different ways. That's a sign of a veteran coach.
So second down from the 23-yard line. Second and about 9. Here's the snap, the handoff to Askew. He is dragged down as he headed for the left side. Short gain.
Good play by the Meade County defense. They didn't let the jet fly sweep take their eyes away, and they really make a nice play on the running back there. But again, running back finishes forward, gets another yard or so. They're really good at that.
Be a third down and about 9 yards to go. They're at the 23. Again, running backs on either side of Hunter. Here's the snap, and it is given to Martin, and they've got him in the backfield this time. Landon Williams was there first, also had some help on that play from Darian Pruitt.
So that's the play they ran earlier when he took down to the 1 yard line, what we call 20 personnel again, 3 receivers, 2 backs. Really good defensive stand by Meade County here. This is a great stand, and Coach Powers has got to be happy with that at halftime and tell his guys, hey, you did a good job. Even if he makes this field goal, you held them to a field goal in a situation where they were right there to score. We've seen him that he has the leg for this, that's for sure.
Yep, Gage Miller in the kick. The holder is Carter James. So it'll be a 45-yard attempt here. Ball spotted, will be spotted at the 35. And the kick is on its way, and it is good. Gage Miller nails it from 45 yards, and with exactly 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, the score is going to be Collins 17 and Meade County nothing. We'll be right back with more football on Glycon.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Glad to have you with us on Glycod tonight as Collins has taken a 17-0 lead over Meade County late in the second quarter. Field goal there by Gage Miller.
What a weapon that young man is. Every kickoff in the end zone, 45-yard field goal, might have been good from 50 or 55. And you heard the boom up here when he kicked it. Coach Lucas got a weapon there. That can make a huge difference in tight games.
He had, 46, 47-yarder against Oldham County. Now nailing one from 45 tonight. Now he'll kick off. And away it goes, and they turn and watch it go again. And it's in and out of the end zone. May have been out altogether that time, and nailed the kickoff as well. So with 2 minutes to go, it'll come out to the 20 for Meade County, and Gage Miller, another weapon there. That one maybe not as spectacular as getting the field goal, but that's a great thing for coaches. They love that, and setting them up at the 20 as opposed to having to play a run back.
Keeps the ball in the athlete's hand, and it gives your defense the ball in the 20 every time. What Meade wants to do here is just not make a mistake. Possess the ball, go to halftime, 17-0, figure out what you need to do. But don't give the ball back to them. Don't go 3 and out really quick. Get to halftime.
Green wave on the offense now. Wyatt Rainey has been the quarterback. He's in there now, takes it, looks, and now gives, coming back the other way to Redmond, looking for a little misdirection there, but they had that one corralled pretty well. Short gain for Redmond.
What's really interesting, Shelby County is getting a lot of penetration every snap. We're not quite sure exactly who's coming free without a replay, but every snap there's somebody in the backfield almost when he hands the ball off. Very interesting.
They pick up 4, so 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line for Meade County. And it's Redmond in the backfield along with the quarterback Rainey. Rainey has the snap, and he takes off with it. Again, they close in on him very quickly. Quickly in on him, that time Brody Haggard.
Now that time the left defensive end was in the backfield untouched. He wasn't blocked on that play. And he was standing next to the running back when the quarterback faked the ball to him.
So now it's 3rd and about 5. Under a minute to go.
A little bit surprised Coach Lucas didn't use a couple timeouts to force him to punt.
And the give is to Redmond. He is met there and then spins away. He's still on his feet. He gets up to the 40-yard line and to the 50 and still going down the sideline. He's at the 30, the 20, and then finally caught from behind.
What a big play by Redmond. Just did not give up, kept pushing through, almost scores. This is big for Meade. If they can score here and make this 17-7.5, it's a whole different ball game and a whole different mindset for them.
It was a 63-yard gain for Redmond, chased down there by Noah Wade.
Well, on the counter to that, good hustle by Noah Wade to make sure he didn't score. So now you got to hold him if you're Coach Lucas. That's what you're telling the defense.
So a quick timeout for Meade County, and we'll keep it right here as they try to get a score in the last few seconds. And good credit to Redmond there, because you talk about not giving up on a play. It looked like he was going to be pushed out of bounds or knocked down to the turf more than once on that play.
Well, it could be game-changing. You go to the Bill Belichick, halftime philosophy is still a score, a possession right before half, and then get the ball second half. You get 2 scores in a row, and that's what Meade's trying to do here. They could change the whole complexion of the game, but great effort by that young man not to give up. And he overcame 4 or 5 tackles there, and Collins was running to the ball. He just kept going, and then didn't step out of bounds. So these 3 downs are vitally important here, 4 downs now, for both teams in terms of the second half.
Cruz Redmond, 6'1", 210, and a senior. Ball at the 11, first down.
A lot of confusion here with Meade, so probably some new people in the game. They're a shorter person. Not what you want to see as a coach.
Still trying to get it figured out.
Particularly after a timeout.
The snap to Rainey, rolling right, rolling and looking and spinning away, and now trying to make his move, and finally is caught from behind and got maybe a yard or two.
So a lot of confusion to begin with. It was supposed to be a sprint out pass. Probably just need to throw the ball away there, save your timeout.
Estrada on the tackle for Collins. And now a timeout with 23 seconds to go. 17-0, and the fact that these timeouts are being used like this, it just lets you know just what a big situation this is in this ball game. A really important drive for Meade.
Yeah, you'd like to have that one in your pocket. And, when you get the film on Sunday, say, hey, throw that away so we save our timeout. But still vitally important. You need to score here. And I am correct. Meade gets the ball first, second half, right? Didn't Collins have it first?
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got that, try to score, and then score right in the second half, and you're back in the game.
2nd and 9 for Meade County.
This will be a 2nd and 9 play for the Green Wave.
I would expect Coach Powers is told, hey, throw the ball away if nothing's there. Let's save our timeout.
Here they come. They've got Mayfield back there, along with Rainey. Well, we get a whistle just as we were about to have a snap. Now Collins is going to take a timeout. So they'll try to figure out what they want to do here, and now that they've had a chance to look at what Meade is apparently going to do.
Usually, too, you assign somebody to watch the huddle, see if they change anybody out, somebody's different in the game, something of that nature. Because down here, people will put in extra players or bring in extra linemen and things like that. So I'm sure somebody from Collins is watching that huddle over there. I would expect it would be a pass, so you don't have to burn that timeout.
So the timeout continues as Meade County can get right back in this ball game with a score. And then you can go in at halftime and point out if you can cut down the mistakes, why put yourself in position to come back and win this thing.
If you can score here, it's a whole different halftime. And even if you don't, at least you got something to build on positive at the end.
23 seconds. Again, it's Mayfield in the backfield with the quarterback, Rainey. Rainey's got it. Gonna look and fire into the end zone. It's picked off. Picked off in the end zone. That was Dale that got it.
The ball's a little bit underthrown. And timing was a little bit off, too. When you throw that fade to the back of the end zone, you got to get height on the ball, let him run under it. But there was a little bit of a fake, and then he just kind of lobbed it up there. And a really nice play by the DB to stay there and know it was coming.
Yeah, Dale was right there and had his eyes where they needed to be and was able to make that catch for the interception. And so now with 18 seconds left, Collins will have the ball.
You know, one thing Coach Lucas said, and I can see where he's at, if Meade County can find a quarterback and then take those two other guys, you know, Martin and I forget the other name right now, but find a way to get them the ball from a quarterback, not having to be want to be the quarterback. They're going to have a really good offense.
Right.
Coach Lucas is right about that.
Yeah, Rainey has been a powerful running back for them, and now, of course, is just forced into quarterback service and giving him the best effort he can, but they would be stronger if he's at running back and they have if they can solve their quarterback situation. And so one play as Hunter takes it and drops to a knee, and now the clock will run out, and we will come to halftime here at Collins High School with the score at the half. It's Collins 17 and Meade County nothing. And we'll take a break and begin our halftime report in just a few moments on Glycom.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
At Don Franklin, we're about more than just selling cars. We're about families, generations of them. Founded by my parents in 1968, we've been here growing alongside you. From the first family car to the newest model for the next generation, our values of trust, care, and commitment are in every handshake, every deal. With over 5,000 vehicles to choose from, check them all out at DonFranklinAuto.com. Don Franklin, driven by family.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs. Make your statement.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington.
We are back at Collins High School with the home team leading at 17-0. Collins over Meade County at the half. Pleased to be joined by the athletics director here at Collins, Kate Tucker. And Kate, I appreciate you taking some time. I know that game night, especially a football game night, is a busy time for the AD, isn't it?
Keith, I'm happy to talk to you. We got a lot of activities going on here at halftime. We had our dance team. We have the homecoming court being announced, and the band will do a performance afterwards. So we're trying to cram in as much fun as possible.
Well, it's a big night. The fans seem to be enjoying it, obviously enjoying the score of the football game at this time. But in addition to football, which of course you have to be concerned with at this time of the year, but you got a lot of other things going on. Tell me about the scope of the sports program here at Collins.
Sure, we do. We have several fall sports going on. Our first postseason event is going to be Monday and Tuesday. Our boys and girls golf teams are competing in the region golf tournament, one at Neville Meade for the boys and the Seneca Park for the girls. So that'll be our first postseason event that comes on the calendar. Our girls volleyball team is in full swing, and boys and girls soccer are in full swing, and cross country. So our cross country team has a meet tomorrow at Tom Sawyer.
Great. A lot of things going on. And getting back to this football program now, you're off to a great start. And Coach Lucas, the only coach that Collins has had, and in his 16th season now. And I guess that's one area that the AD doesn't have to worry too much about if you got a veteran coach like that, right?
You know what? It makes my job so much easier. I'll tell you that. We have several veteran coaches. I've got veteran coaches with Chris Gaither at boys basketball and Mike Hammond with baseball. And it just makes it so that you trust and know what's going on with their program. They've got great support, great help, and it just, the lack of turnover makes nice consistency for myself especially.
And of course, you're always looking for opportunities for students to take part in sports, whatever sport it may be.
Sure.
What do you see? How would you describe the value of the high school sports and participating in the life of a student? What's the value there?
Well, I tell you, it's the reason why a lot of them come to school. It's a lot of them reason why they do their homework, why they take their tests, why they try to stay academically eligible to be able to play, because not everybody loves school, and that's okay. But some people love to play football, and some people love to run cross country. So you have to do your business in the classroom to be able to enjoy those things. And so we have 17 sports here at Collins, and we've got space for everybody. Right now, I'm looking for an esports coach and a bowling coach. So if you are interested, I've got those vacancies. But
I'm just thinking back a couple of generations ago. That's one thing that the AD or any head coach didn't have to think, well, I got to find an esports coach.
I know,
but now
you
you
got
do.
that right. Yeah.
Well, you want to expand the opportunities and get as many kids as possible participating. If you have a top 3 or 4 priorities right now, what would they be for you? What's at the top of your list to continue to build this sports program at Collins?
Well, I'll tell you, the most important thing is to give experiences to kids. You know, a small percentage of these kids are ever going to play college athletics, and even smaller percentage of those kids go on to play professional sports. So this really is the place where they get to have the experience of learning the life lessons, working hard, setting a goal, doing something with other people, learning how to deal with difficult coworkers, bosses. Like, it all encompasses here in high school athletics. And it's great memories, it's great experiences. You know, it's right here in your hometown where you know the other kids you're playing with, you know their families, their siblings. And so, to me, the most important thing is to give these kids an experience that they get to take with them, that it was positive, that it was something that they'll cherish, and because they are more than likely not going to get to do that when they leave Collins High School.
Right. Well, we appreciate you having us here from Glycod tonight, and glad to be here to cover the ball game tonight, and continued success to you here at Collins.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Come back anytime.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. Back with more of our halftime report in just a moment here on Glycod.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift of the town, it's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville. When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.seminin.com. Seminin Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Back here at halftime at Collins High School, I'm Keith Elkins. Jamie Brown alongside. Kevin Maldonado is our producer tonight, and Jacob Johns is our video camera operator. We're glad that you have joined us for this game on Glycod. 17-0 Collins at the half. Tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. Jamie, let's take a look at the scoring and the statistics here for the first half. Any of those numbers jump out at you in particular?
We're a little bit surprised the total yardage is close. 128 for Meade, 133 for, 133 for Meade, and then Martha Collins, 128. But 65-yard play.
The big play, yeah.
Obviously, Collins has controlled the game, and if you look at the rushes, and they've done exactly what they need to do. You know, they're running the ball with multiple people. They're gaining positive yards every time. They're keeping that quarterback from having to throw it to do anything. And then the kicking game, as we've mentioned several times, the kicker for Martha Collins puts the ball in the end zone every time. He has that 45-yard field goal. That's a weapon as you go. But I do think Meade County has to be a little bit positive at halftime. It's only 17-0. You've had 2 chances to score that you did not take advantage of. You've played a pretty good football game other than mistakes you've made on your own. Eliminate those things, and you got a chance in the second half.
Exactly, yeah. You mentioned the 2 real strong scoring opportunities that they had. They convert both of those, and we're looking at a nail-biter here at halftime, as it is. Pretty good lead for Collins. They're not out of it by any means. Meade isn't, but on the other hand, it's a fairly tall order now. And they certainly have to, as Coach pointed out before the game, and now we've seen in the first half, just cut down on the mistakes. I mean, it's easy to say, of course, but that is something that they can make happen right away, and that really doesn't, very often anyway, pertain to your opponent. I mean, that's you making the mistakes, and sometimes the opponent figures in there, but at the same time, a lot of penalties and other mistakes are just because things that you didn't execute on your own, as opposed to the pressure by the opponent.
Yeah, they've had some missed handoffs, just slows the play down, the timing's off. They gave up a 3rd and long early in the game. And then, of course, we mentioned the 2 scoring opportunities. I would expect Coach Powers in this first drive, he has a trick play or he has something he's been working on, or he's going to try to score and make something big happen because he knows he has to. If he can get this to 17-7, he's got a chance. If it goes 24-0, it's going to be a long night the rest of the night.
And we've tried to give credit as we've gone along to both Javon Hunter and Wyatt Rainey. Wyatt Rainey for Meade County, Javon Hunter for Collins. Both of them have been pressed into service to play quarterback, and that's a pretty tough job to take on when you've not normally played that position and don't have a lot of experience at it, but your coach is counting on you, and you take charge because that's what he's asking you to do. And both of those players have been productive in this first half, but are Rainey in particular really having to battle to get it done.
Well, I forgot Redmond's name in the first half. I apologize to him, but Rainey and Redmond both, Coach Lucas is right, that's 2 good players. But to your point, Rainey's playing a position he's not used to. He's more of a running back. He's trying to manage the offense, and we saw at the end, he underthrew a fade that probably might have been open, but nice, he underthrew it. Just not make mistakes. And on the other side of the ball, Hunter made a mistake early in the game. He fumbled the first drive, but after that, he's played a perfect game. He's managed the offense. He's got the cadence good. They've had no offsides penalties with a new cadence. New quarterback. That says something for him. He's got the play diagnosed, and he's getting from the sidelines. He's doing the things he needs to do to win the game, and that's what you want him to do. Just don't make mistakes. And double negative there, I know, but keep the ball and run the offense.
And if you joined us late, Kay Gooden, the star quarterback for Collins, is out of this game because of an ankle injury, and he is one of the outstanding quarterbacks in Kentucky, a 6'3", 190-pound junior. His numbers coming into this game through 4 games, all Collins victories. He was 56 of 91 passing for 905 yards. He's already thrown 12 touchdown passes with only 1 interception. And running the football, he's had 39 carries for 362 yards and 8 touchdowns. Just last week at Oldham County, 12 out of 21 for 173 yards passing and 14 carries running the ball for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. So that's the kind of player that they're missing tonight. But they have had Javon Hunter step in and do a nice job doing what he can do well, and also getting plenty of help from those quick athletic players at the running back and wide receiver positions for Collins are helping them a lot, and they've carved out a 17-0 lead here at the half. We'll take a break and come back with more from halftime in just a moment on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
We're big fans here in Kentucky of great savings at Cartown Kia.
Score 1.9% financing on select new Kia models like 2026 Kia Sportage. Or win with 0% on 2025 Kia Sorento and Sportage.
Our team is here for your team at Cartown Kia.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
We are back at Collins High School with the host Collins Titans leading here at halftime. 17-0 over the Meade County Green Waves. Some other scores. North Oldham is leading Seneca 26-6 in the second quarter. And Oldham County trailing South Oldham 7-0. And they've got 3:15 to go in the second. And also it's Fairdale 7 and Spencer County 6 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the second. And of course, we invite you to go to glycod.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow high school football all through the football season and then on into basketball as well, as we bring you games from Central Kentucky and from the Louisville area and from Southern Indiana as well. I'm Keith Elkins, Jamie Brown alongside. He's the former head coach at North Oldham. They're having a good night tonight. When I see Oldham County at South Oldham, you can almost hear the atmosphere in places like that because they really have some good rivalries over there.
Yeah, North's done nothing but win since they got rid of me. I kid the head coach all the time. I left him a winning program, but I'm a little bit surprised at the Oldham County South Oldham score. I thought Oldham would probably win that game, and 7-0 is obviously not a blowout either way. But North has been Brock Roberts, who came from Collins, the offensive coordinator here, has done a wonderful job there the last 3 years.
It's game night. They're having some homecoming ceremonies here at the half, and well, you as coaches are always in the locker room when things like this are happening, but the atmosphere on Friday night, game night atmosphere, that's a big thing for everybody. I mean, if you feel it as a coach maybe more pregame than you would at halftime because you're focused on what has to happen in the second half. But still, it's great to see a good turnout, and coaches and players respond to that, don't they?
Well, it never goes away. While you're doing the interview with the athletic director, I walked out, looked at the crowd, saw everybody, and that's what you miss as a coach. You pay your price during the week to see this on the Friday night. But right, you're in there at halftime. You're trying to get things ready for the second half. But this is the part you love, when your kids get to be in front of people and they get to have people cheer for them. And nothing beats a Friday night atmosphere.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what might be going on in those locker rooms right now. The coaches have to organize their points and get them across in a few minutes to the players here at halftime. What do you think that each coach is addressing here at halftime tonight?
Well, I really think Coach Powers, his team knows they have to eliminate mistakes, so he's probably going after the positive. Hey, that run right before half, that's how we got to play. You stopped them when we gave them a penalty. You didn't let them score. We've had the ball twice where we could have scored, and we didn't. Let's do those things and fix those things. We've played a game. We've beat ourselves. You're in the game. You're trying to sell to them that, hey, we can win the game. We've made the plays possible. We just haven't finished them. If you're Coach Lucas, you're leaning on the things he talked about in the pregame, his defense. They've stopped Meade twice when Meade could have scored. He's talking to the offense about continuing to run the ball successfully. What I've been impressed with is the way they've spread the ball around. So I'm sure at halftime he's talking about getting it in all those guys' hands again, from the receivers, the running backs, everything else. And then I'm sure both coaches talked about no turnovers and make turnovers happen. That's how you get back in the game if you're Meade. That's how you keep Meade out of the game if you're Collins.
And Collins, Coach Jerry Lucas mentioned in our pregame talk about how his team benefits from the experience that they have, and we've called names like Dale in the first half, and Delaney, and of course Cade Gooden if he were here. But these are some guys who have carried the load for Collins for a couple of years now, and having that experience. Gosh, if you're a coach, I mean, it's really nice to, when you gather everybody up to open up the practices again, to see all the returning faces, and in addition to the skill that they have too, along with the experience.
Well, and you know them and they know you. You can trust them in situations where things go bad, that they'll overcome it, and you know how hard you can get on them. Sometimes when you're new or you have a young team, you get on them too hard and you push them down, but that happens. He probably can go in there if he needs to and light them up, for lack of a better term, if he needs to, because they know him, he knows them. And particularly tonight, all that experience wraps around that quarterback that's in there for the first time. So that's a great thing to know as a coach, that you got experienced players.
Yeah, and for Coach Powers at Meade County, well, it's been just a rough start since he has returned, and there are a lot of things that have happened that have been out of his control, but they are struggling to get a win on the board. But you know that those players are proud to play for a guy who had done so much for Meade County and has so much good experience, as we mentioned before, playing at Indiana and then coaching at Army as an assistant coach there. And so he brings plenty of football knowledge to the table and a desire to win at Meade County. I would look for them to do better soon, although they may struggle this year if they can't cut down on the mistakes.
Well, I'm really surprised. Their last winning season was the 13 season when they were runner-up in 6A, and they had a great football team that year. Now, when Coach Powers was there, they were even better. Unfortunately, those kids don't remember any of those days. So he has to remind them of them and show them and get people back in the program and talk about the pride of Meade County. And I think he's the right guy to do it. It's just an uphill battle. Plus, to your point, he's been in college football the last few years. And it's a different game. Ask Bill Belichick. College games are different than the NFL game.
Yeah.
High school is different than college. But he'll make it work in the end.
Playoff history, and there is some for Meade County. They were in the quarterfinals as a 2A team back in 1979. 3A, they made the quarterfinals in 87, 90, and 93. The 4A team, they were in the quarterfinals in 2001 and 2006. Semifinalists in 1973, 84, 85, 2007, and 2014 in 3 different classifications over that period of time. And they were runners-up in 3A in 91, lost to Bell County in the state championship game. And in 6A in 2013, and they lost to Scott County, just a 21-14 score in that championship game in 13, or they would have a state championship to their credit. And so they come in tonight averaging just 3.5 points a game and giving up 24 per game. So they have struggled through these first 4 ball games, and they trail here tonight by a score of 17-0. But hey, you got to keep playing hard, and some good things will happen if you do that. And it may not come for them tonight, but they will keep battling along with Coach Powers and get it done at Meade County.
This drive, I mean, obviously it's important, but I do think we may see something out of Coach Powers we haven't seen yet, a play or maybe even a trick play, what we call exotic in the coaching world, to try to get something to happen. It won't be early because he wants to establish, probably get a first down, then try it. And if you're Collins, you've told your defense, go 3 and out here, and let's go 24-0 quickly. That's what you've told your defense.
Well, Meade County will get it to start off. Gage Miller hasn't given them any opportunities on kickoff returns. We are set to go here at the start of the second half. 17-0, Collins in front. And away it goes, and out of the end zone and to the 20-yard line again. That's been pretty routine tonight, Jamie.
I tell you, he makes it look effortless. I mean, he just walks up there and kicks it. I don't know what year he's in. I need to look, but somebody needs to recruit that kid as a kicker. That's for sure.
Yeah, Gage Miller is a senior, 5'11", 180. He somehow has missed an extra point somewhere along the line. Of course, that can be any number of reasons why you might not go through, but 20 for 21 on extra points, now 2 for 2 on field goals. Nailed a 45-yarder earlier in this game.
Laces out, right?
Yeah.
That old movie.
Yeah. So from the 20, Wyatt Rainey, the quarterback for Meade County. Waits for the snap and gives it to Redmond, but they're on him. There's Isaac Estrada again in on the play.
Well, one thing I've noticed on Collins' defense is they have an edge player free almost every snap, whether it's pressure or an edge player to play the run. And I'm not sure exactly what's happening for Meade County to let that happen every time. And Redmond does not look well. He's limping back to the huddle.
So this will be from the 16. A loss of 4. Brody Haggard also in on that play. We've called his name a few times tonight, too, on the defense for Collins. So Redmond beside the quarterback, Rainey. Rainey takes it, keeps it, cuts up field, and gets across the 20 to about the 21-yard line.
So we talked about earlier an option off that, what we call jet whirl motion, and that was just what we call whirl motion. That was the play. So good job by Rainey finding yards up inside the defense, making this a little more manageable.
They picked up 6. 3rd down and 9 now from the 21-yard line for Meade County. Nate Bruce in on that last stop for the Titans. They send Jolly out to the left, and there's the snap, and rolling to his right. Flips it out to the right, got his man. That is Rogers, who made the catch. About the 25-yard line.
I
Call
like
it the 27.
I like Duncan Rogers' size, and he goes up and gets the ball at high point. Problem is that was just a 3 to 4 yard route, and you had the 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. So, but it was good timing, and the throw was made, and there was not pressure that time on the quarterback. That's the first time he's been able to roll out without pressure.
Gabe Lang to kick it away for Meade County. And a snap bounces to him, goes behind him, but he's going to have time to turn and kick it. And got it away and got it past midfield down to about the 43-yard line. So pretty good recovery on a snap that could have put him in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, we used to practice that. We would roll balls to the punter, throw them in the ground, everything. You've got to practice that, and they got to just not panic. And he did a good job of picking it up and getting it off. Collins did not have a big rush on, fortunately for Meade County.
So we'll see Collins on the offense now with a 17-0 lead and 9:32 to go in this third quarter. Collins looking for its 5th straight win. This is their first 4-0 start since 2020. They also got a 5th victory in a row in 2020. And the Titans in the blue jerseys with the black numerals, black pants. Head out there. Quarterback Javon Hunter. Again in for the injured Cade Gooden. Hunter takes the snap. Quick pass to Dale. Dale makes his move and gets up to the 45-yard line. Down to about the 40, out to about the 46.
So similar theme to the end of the first half, finding the edge of the defense, getting into the 8-9 hole right away. That's a called pass to the tailback. The 2 receivers block, and you just throw the flare out to the tailback. Easy, simple pass. Get a completion. Let Hunter settle in the second half.
There's Askew behind Hunter now in the backfield for Collins. Glance to the sideline, and then now the snap. It's Delaney who takes it coming across. He's to the 45, to midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And he is at the 30, 20, and down to about the 10-yard line before he's hustled out of bounds.
So he did something that's really hard to teach players on that jet fly sweep. When he got the ball, he bowed back a couple steps. And then he found the corner of the defense. That little bow back got him to the edge of the defense. It gives him the leverage to get there. That's a really nice play by that young man. And again, the 8-9 hole and spreading the ball around.
So first down for Collins following the big run by Delaney. Ball at about the 11-yard line. First and 10 for the Titans. Trying to stretch that lead out. It stands at 17 right now. Snap a little bit high, but Hunter brought it down. Gives it to Dale. He's fighting for more yardage. Still on his feet inside the 5-yard line. Still on his feet. And finally they bring him down at about the 3.
That was a new formation we haven't seen out of Collins yet. Pistol with what we call a near back and then toss sweep. Again, 8-9 hole edge of the defense. So Coach Lucas has found something there he likes.
At the 3-yard line now. It'll be second down. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this on Glycon.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycon.
17-0 the score, but Collins knocking on the door again. And this will be a second down play from about the 3-yard line. Injured player for Meade County.
Ball's on the right hash. I'll expect maybe something to the left, to the wide side of the field. Try to get to the 9 hole and outer edge of the defense like we've seen.
Darian Pruitt was the player that was shaken up, but he is walking and now jogging on over to the Meade County sideline. Here comes Collins. Askew in the backfield along with Martin and the quarterback Hunter. Hunter takes the snap, gives it to Martin, cutting hard left, and is he in the end zone? Yes, he is. A touchdown for Martin.
So that's the 20 personnel we talked about earlier, and that was a little bit different play we haven't seen. And we've got flags again. I'm probably going to be on sportsmanlike on somebody. I couldn't tell exactly what was going on. A nice job by Martin once he saw penetration of getting vertical and just finding the end zone.
So Martin takes it in. Make it 23-0. Officials having the discussion there before we see Miller try to tack on the extra point. So Martin has done well in some short yardage situations near the goal line tonight. Another weapon for Collins. And now we're going to get a personal foul call against Collins. And that'll be assessed on the kickoff, so the touchdown is good. 23-0 the score. James to hold and Gage Miller. That goalpost must look pretty big to him because he can nail it from a lot farther than that. Let's see if he can put the extra point through again. And he does, and it's good, and it is 24-0 now with 8:05 to go in the third quarter, and we'll take a short break and be back with more in just a moment on Glycon.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Jamie Brown. And Jamie, we've seen Collins get this first score here in the second half and now lead it 24-0. Big score for them to really spread things out, but they're doing the same things effectively, it looks like, that they did in the first half and just continue to make it go.
Yeah, they found the edge of the Meade County defense to be where they need to put the ball. And I'm sure Coach Lucas is really happy scoring, not so happy about the 15-yard penalty.
Right.
But what he wants to do here is get this to 35 points, get the running clock, get out of here, get his quarterback healthy, move on with the rest of the year. And what Meade wants to do is find something positive so they can build on it the rest of the year. So Coach Powers is over there still trying to be positive a bit. Let's get some first downs. Let's move the ball. Keep playing hard.
Well, Collins takes the field now after the big penalty assessed on the kickoff.
Well, you don't want to see anything like that, so hopefully we don't see any more penalties. Both of them now have had 15-yard penalties. We don't need that in the game. Let's just keep playing good football.
Pruitt and Stewart are back deep. They're still standing on about the 5-yard line.
I say the problem with this kicker, he may hit the end zone from here.
He has been out of the end zone, beyond the end zone. Most of now he's going to just kick it short. And it goes out of bounds. Out of bounds near about the 43-yard line in Meade County territory. Rogers was right there, but let it go out of bounds.
But that could be a situation, too, where you're working on something for down the road. You may need a little pop-up kick or something. But there was a lot of distance between the front line and second line of Meade. So kind of a natural drop area. See what happens. And you put that on film, so now people have to work on it the rest of the year, and it takes time away from offense and defense.
Everything figures in some way, doesn't it?
Yeah,
as far as
and as coaches,
it's a little ripple effect.
When we see something on film, we've got to work on it, and we all know that, and so we all take advantage of it. I worked for a coach who would do things in JV football on Monday that we would never do in a varsity game, just as our team had to work on it, the opponent.
There's a 5-yard penalty in there on the kicking team for Collins. So even better start for Meade County. It is Redmond getting in there and hitting up the middle. They surround him, trying to take the ball away from him.
Good first down run. Looks like about 5 yards. Now you're on schedule. Second and 5's a good manageable down.
Nate Bruce on the stop for the Titans. It'll be 2nd and 5 now from the 45-yard line in Collins territory. So an opportunity for Meade County getting a good start on the field position.
Exactly what you want if you're Coach Powers.
It's Duncan Rogers out wide near the top of your screen. Cruz Redmond next to the quarterback, Rainey. Rainey takes it, comes up the middle himself, running hard, gets 3 or 4 yards before they bring him down. Or maybe just a couple of yards for Rainey, but was churning in there and trying to get every inch he could.
Yep, still running very hard.
So we get a timeout. Got a player shaken up. We can take a short break here, and we'll do that, and we'll come back in just a moment with Collins leading 24-0 on Glycon.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Davion Dale is the player who was shaken up for Collins. They are tending to him now out there near the 33-yard line, and he looks to be okay. It appeared to be a cramping situation, and he's striding off at a pretty good pace now off the field, and so it looks like Davion Dale is going to be okay, and he's a big contributor for Collins.
He's done a lot of running on both sides of the ball, and a little warmer tonight than it's been the last couple of weeks. And even though you practice it all week, it's game speed is a lot different. So
we were at 86 at game time tonight. It's a little cooler than that now, but still a fairly warm night. And as you said, it did turn back up there after a few days of cool temperatures, which was pretty nice, wasn't it, for a while?
Yeah, back in the 90s, everything you want to hear for middle September football, right?
It really does vary. We're in here at 86 degrees at kickoff tonight, and just a few weeks from now, we'll be bundled up and ready to enjoy some playoff football. Won't be long. 4 games in. This is the 5th tonight for both of these teams. So a third down play. 4 yards to go. And Rainey back being rushed and got his pass away. It'll be good for a short game, but not much more than that. And the pass caught by Mayfield.
So that was kind of an I formation, maybe, and then they try to run a screen pass. Really nice job by Collins of recognizing it and setting at the line of scrimmage and waiting on the guy to catch it. And nice throw by Rainey to get it in there, because there was 3 Collins guys around that receiver. So
yeah, he hasn't thrown too much tonight, and when he has, he's usually had to deliver under pressure.
Yeah, he's had 1 roll-out pass. He had no pressure in his face, and other than that, he's had pressure right away all night.
So 4th and 4 from the 44. The snap to Rainey, straight back this time, now rolling right and trying to get something behind this one, floats it downfield. He's got his man, and that's going to be a touchdown for Meade County. Grayson Heiner with the catch, and he got behind everybody, and Rainey was able to deliver the throw.
Yeah, really nice throw. Again, he had some pressure, but he was able to beat it on the boot and get depth, and then deliver a really nice throw to a receiver that was open by 5 or 6 yards. And, you know, if you're Collins, I was in Shelby last week, so keep doing it. You know, if you're Collins defense coordinator, you're not happy about that. You know they can only sprint out, they can only bootleg, it's 4th down. You know, stay with your man, not give that up. So there's a good coaching point for those guys as they go into next week.
Heiner through the first 3 games of the season, 4 catches and 39 yards. So nice throw, nice catch, and a touchdown for Meade. And the kick by Staples is on the way and good. And that makes the score 24-7. Meade County on the board now with 5:47 to go in the 3rd. We'll take a break and be right back to Collins High School in just a moment on Glycod.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
24-7 the score following the Meade County touchdown. And Jamie, we were mentioning they wanted to look for some positive things in this second half, and that was one of them as they drew the defense up that time, and Heiner found himself open back there, and Rainey got it to him.
Well, it worked just as you drew it up, and as I said, he avoided some pressure, made a really nice throw, and right on the receiver, and he's open. You can use that. You know, you can say, hey guys, look, when we do what we're supposed to do, we can move the ball and we can score. So I would expect a pretty juiced up Meade County defense here. If you're Collins, you want to score. You want to answer that.
Dale and Delaney among those back deep, and glad that Dale is right back in the ball game after that cramp. Here's the kick, comes up short, picked up at about the 35-yard line, and then spilled at about the 40. So that's where the Titans will start. Delaney on the return, brought down at the 40.
Well, we always had to practice, and this is kind of universal in football. When that ball hits the ground, you got to slow down a step because you overrun your coverage. He was one tackle away from really breaking that thing.
At their own 39-yard line. Pick up on play number 17, A.B. Delaney.
Delaney is the player who is shaken up on the field for Collins. So that comes with 5:42 to go. Yeah, that anytime you overcommit on a kickoff, you're potentially asking for trouble, aren't you? When you're headed downfield.
Yeah, you have to practice it. You have to literally drop the ball and have them slow down and get used to it because there's an NFL study a few years ago. Even when that happens in NFL, the returns are 10 to 12 yards longer. In 1 year in high school, I looked at it, and I saw 4 touchdowns off that, the 2 teams I looked at.
Right?
So you really have to practice it in high school and learn it, but you just overrun those lanes, and next thing you know, you've got somebody coming free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just throws the coverage off balance even just the slightest. And, of course, usually the guy picking it up is pretty fast or he wouldn't be back there. So.
Yeah, it's not me picking it up.
Let's see, there's Delaney, and he looks like not able to put any weight on that right leg as he hobbles to the sideline. So he has been another one of those key players for Collins tonight. Avion Delaney, 5'7", 148-pound junior, a lot of speed, and adds a lot to their attack, so we hope he'll be back in action.
Yeah, he's 148 pounds, but he plays at about 190. He's a tough little guy in the 2 games I've seen with Collins. So this will be an interesting drive to see what Collins does.
From the 39, that's where they'll start.
I think Coach Lucas will stay with what's been working and try to get a score here.
Javon Hunter at quarterback, as he has been throughout this game. Again, Cade Gooden, their star quarterback, is out due to an ankle injury. Awaiting the snap, Hunter takes it and quickly flips out to his right. He's got his man Hintz cutting in toward the middle. He crosses the 45 to about the 48-yard line.
So interesting play call there. He put the three receivers trips into the boundary and then ran what we call a slip screen or rocket screen back underneath to the side of the big field, hoping to break it. So really interesting schematic play call there by Coach Lucas.
Clock running as we near the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. This time he hands off to the second man through. That's Martin. And he is brought down from behind by Wyatt Rainey, who's making a contribution on the defensive side.
So that's a counter play again. They fake one way, come back with 2 pillars the other way. And Martin runs that really well. He finds positive yardage out of that. There's a lot of timing to that play, and it's good timing. Collins has that play down.
A first down for Collins. They are at the 46-yard line in Meade County territory. Collins leading at 24-7.
And I call him Rainey. It's Martin. Wrong team. My apologies. Don't want Mom up here.
Rainey brought him down that time. So.
Oh,
the zeros were right there. Both
someone right, yeah.
Here's the give to Askew, looking for some room on the left side and finds some. It's up to about the 36-yard line, close to a first down.
I'm really impressed with Collins' running back's ability to find yardage, to be patient, to press the heels of the lineman, and then make vertical moves. They're very well coached, the Collins running backs are, and the receivers.
That's such an important step in a running back's development, isn't it, to learn to be patient?
Learn to be patient, see, and really run off the lineman's blocks. That takes a long time to develop. That goes back to his experience that he talked about with all those guys being together last year.
The snap and the give to Askew this time, and he cuts out toward the outside and is brought down. And Rainey again in on the tackle, pulled down at about the 27-yard line.
Even there, that's an outside zone play again to the edge of the defense. He made one cut, and he stayed in that cut, and that's hard to teach a running back to do. On that play, you got to put your foot down and make one cut.
First down for, I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's fine. You did a good job of that.
Yeah. First down on the 26 now for Collins as they keep it moving.
And this is exactly what you want if you're Coach Lucas. Move the ball, do what you're good at.
First and 10 from the 26. Javon Hunter with Martin to his right, Askew to his left. He fakes to Martin, gives it to Askew. Around the right side he goes and is wrestled out near the sideline at around the 20-yard line.
That's the counter play back to the boundary. So one thing this is going to do too, just from a coaching perspective, the opponents down the line, they're going to see this film and they're going to think, oh Lord, when they get Goodwin back and they can run the ball like this, that's going to be a defensive coordinator's nightmare.
Yes, and again, of course, Cade Gooden is a terrific runner himself.
Yeah.
So they really will be an offensive threat. And the handoff goes to Martin. It's into the middle. Brought down by a couple of different members of the Green Wave. Mayfield was one of them.
I know, to your point about Cade, the first game I did at Collins, Coach Lucas was really on him about running the ball more, even as a quarterback. So early in the game, he called 2 or 3 quarterback runs. And so as he comes back and they have a running game built outside of him, they're going to be hard to defend.
So call that one another first down at about the 16. Call the 15. Hunter looks toward the sideline now. He has had a solid game at quarterback tonight in place of Gooden. The snap and the turn and the pitch to Dale this time. Cuts back in, gets down to about the 12-yard line before they're able to pull him down. Wyatt Rainey credited with another tackle along with Romero. And Rainey has been really active on this drive, but Collins has continued to push it downfield.
Well, he is just a warrior for me, playing quarterback, running the ball, making tackles on defense. He's going to feel all that tomorrow.
I would say so. They have needed him, and he has come through with a great effort for them. Snap and a step forward, and then the handoff, and Dale heads for that goal line. He's going to be stopped short, but they are close again down inside the 5.
Little variation of a play there. The quarterback actually ran forward a couple of steps like he was going to run it, and then made the handoff an inside zone to the running back. Kind of a neat little twist there to some things we haven't seen yet.
So first and goal. About the 2-yard line. Collins knocking on the door again as Hunter waits for the snap. He's got Martin there beside him. And to his left is Askew. Here's the give to Martin. Heads for the end zone. He's in there. Comes with 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. Another 2-yard touchdown run for Jaden Martin. And now we'll see Miller on the field again, trying to make it 31-7. Another drive by Collins. Just keeping the ball on the ground. So Miller lines it up. And the kick is on the way, and it is good. And that makes it 31-7. Collins on top, 18 seconds to go, and we'll keep it right here as we near the end of the third quarter. And now again, Collins just continuing to move that ball down the field, and they have now pushed that lead back out to 24 again after a score by Meade County. But again, Collins looks like they can do what they need to do as far as keeping it on the ground and getting it down the field.
Well, and even more impressive is the number of people they do it with. I mean, there's 4 or 5 people, different people running the ball, catching the ball, touching the ball. I mean, earlier point about coaching, that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare. Because you usually go in the game and say, what do we have to stop for sure? Well, they've got 4 or 5 guys that can get the ball to, and all of them can get yards, and that's without Cade in there tonight. And that's without Javon Hunter running the ball as a running back. You add both of them back in, that's how good the offense can be.
Yeah, you see a lot of teams with 1 or maybe 2 athletes who they want to get the ball in space. Well, here they've got half a dozen that they can, if they try to find a little room for him, or sometimes just ask him to run through a hole. I mean, you got some really skilled runners and receivers, and they can make plays happen.
And to your point, they run through the hole. They're physical. They finish runs. Across the board, the receivers block. The receivers catch the ball and go vertical. They're very well coached on both sides of the ball, but they're going to be a nightmare to defend as they continue to develop.
Back in the regular range for Miller now. He set up the 40-yard line. Had to go back to the 25 last time after a penalty, but now Miller's going to boot it from the 40, and he sends it toward the end zone, and into the end zone it goes again. And they'll go to the 20 to start things off as we near the end of the third quarter. Meade County down by 24 now, 17-0 at halftime.
And honestly, I don't think it's been hopeless for Meade County. There's some things Coach can build on. He's definitely got players that play hard, they give an effort, and they understand what he's trying to do schematically. They don't look confused.
So Meade County on the offense. And here is Rainey moving around the right side. Got some room out there. Gets up to the 35, to the 40, 41-yard line.
So two really nice plays by Rainey in a row. Big run there. Of course, the prior one, the throw and the play action pass. So
the clock stopped with 9 seconds to go. And I think we've got another player shaken up on the field.
Game was good for 20 yards and a Greenway first down. Not on the field for an injured player.
So they'll tend to the injured player. But a nice run by Rainey, and we've talked about the contributions that he has made tonight and handling the quarterback position and making a bunch of tackles on defense. He has done a great job for them tonight. Jari Hardy was the player shaken up, and he is coming off the field with a little bit of assistance right now.
something I have noticed about Goodwin is he's encouraging guys on the sidelines. He's around. When somebody's hurt, he's going out and talking to them. He's laughing. You can see some of those leadership abilities that make him a good quarterback also.
Well, they hope he'll be back very soon. But he has seen, he will not see any action tonight, has not seen any action tonight. Here's the handoff, and it goes to Redmond. Not a whole lot there for him as Estrada was there for Collins, along with Joel Watson-Rhodes, and that picked up a 3 for Redmond. That'll be the end of the third quarter, though, and that comes with the score on the board as Collins 31 rather, Collins 31, and Meade County 7. Back for the start of the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycon.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycon.
Glad to have you with us on Glycon tonight. I'm Keith Elkins, Jamie Brown alongside. Kevin Maldonado is our producer tonight, and Jacob Johns is our camera operator tonight. We're glad you've joined us for this one between Collins and Meade County. Second down play coming. And the give is to Pruitt. He was looking for some running room there, but couldn't find any. Estrada was near the play again, and Nate Bruce in there as well.
Again, Collins does a good job of running to the ball. We've seen a few missed tackles, but I think a lot of people would miss on Rainey, particularly Hardy ran that one. But second time I've seen Collins defense in person, very impressed with them also. They run to the ball, they tackle well, they communicate. Just a well-coached team overall.
I'm going to step this one off against Meade County, a holding call. That'll put it back at the 33-yard line.
Second and 17 for the Greenway.
17 to go for a first down. The snap and the handoff goes to Heiner. He is wrestled down over near the sideline and thrown down shy of the 40-yard line. Joel Watson-Rhodes.
Little Heiner's got some energy there. He's not quitting at the end there, is he?
Still turning.
Even jumped up in the air. But again, really good pursuit. Good angles by the Collins defense to the side there. It looked like he had a little more room on the edge, and they were able to run him down and keep him from getting the first down.
So. Yeah, a couple of nice defensive plays here recently by Joel Watson-Rhodes, a senior, 5'6" and 155.
I'm sure this is two-down territory, 31-7 in the fourth quarter. So if Coach Powers doesn't get this, he'll line up and try on fourth down.
The snap, and Rainey tries to keep it, and they've got him in the backfield, tackled back by the 36.
Again, at the point of making the handoff or faking a handoff, there's someone in the backfield right with him. It's happened all night to him. That's the biggest issue I say in the offense, is that somehow or another they're allowing all this penetration or leakage, as we call it. They've got to get that fixed.
Isaac Estrada again in on the tackle. He's been a top performer for the defense on the Collins side tonight. Ball to 36, fourth down and 14.
On the punt, number 40, Gabriel Lang.
Lang in there to do the punting.
Number 4, Davey Dale.
Dale is back deep, and he's standing at about the 33-yard line in Collins territory. Snap, he had to take a couple of steps to his left, and that cost him as he's not able to get a good punt off, and it's going to roll dead right about midfield. In fact, back into Meade County territory at the 49.
A little bit surprised they punted, but they're probably thinking also they just don't want to give a short field to Collins, be down 38-7. And then you get a little bit of a bad snap, and you don't get a good kick anyway, so you're over on the sideline going, well, I sure just went for it. That's how it works when you coach. If it all worked in your head like you thought it would, everybody'd win every game, right?
That's right. Well, I guess you spend most of the weekend reviewing the one that just happened, and then if you can't forget it, you're going to eventually cause yourself a lot of problems because you have to put things away and look forward, but not easy to do, I'm sure.
Yeah, I work for a coach. He's always said, let yesterday die.
Don't let it beat you again. Right?
Yeah, and that's what you got to do.
So Meade County will take a timeout here. And we'll take a break as well. With 9:24 to go in the ball game. The score, Collins 31 and Meade County 7. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
31-7 the score. Collins, playing at home tonight, is on top of Meade County. It looks like this will result in the 5th straight win for Collins to start the season. The 5th straight loss for Meade County as they drop to 0-5 on the season. For Collins now, after this ball game tonight, they play Owensboro Catholic here next week. And then on October 3rd, they are at South Warren in a district game. October 17th, they are at Davis County in a district game. And then on October 24th, back home to face Central Hardin in a district game before closing out the regular season on Friday, October 31st against Bullitt East. And the Titans play in 6A District 2. Some good football in that district. And Collins is going to be providing some of that good football this year, and especially if they get Cade Gooden back, and they've looked pretty good tonight even without him.
Yeah, there's no easy game left. Davies County is better this year, and Owensboro Catholic, South Warren, and Bullitt East are always really good. So it doesn't get any easier as they go down the end of the season here. Central Hardin has a new coach, but usually a pretty good football team each year.
So first down, quick flip by Hunter. He gets it over to Jason Hentz, who is brought down quickly. Aiden Romero with the tackle. So a pickup of just 2. Put it at 2nd and 8 for Collins from the 48-yard line. So they were starting from midfield. Under 9 minutes to go in this one. Got McIntyre wide right toward the top of your screen, and there's the snap to Hunter. He's going to leave it off for Askew. Not much there as Landon Williams gets in there again to make the stop.
Again, Meade County not quitting, playing hard. 2 good plays in a row. Tackle for a loss there. Now it's 3rd and 11. You got to make this play. You got to force them to punt. That's what you want.
So the ball back in Collins territory now at the 49-yard line. 3rd down, about 11. Martin in motion, and they flip it to him, the forward pass, and he turns the corner. Gets across the 50 to about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, did a good job of pulling that one in after it bounced around a little bit.
Mayfield on the stop for Meade County.
But Meade made a play. Now it's 4th down. Stop them. Those are things Coach Power's looking for. Little bitty things you can build on. 4th down, stop them.
So from the 46 now. This is a 4th down play. 4th and about 6. And the give is to Martin, and he is wrestled down in the backfield. Again, Landon Williams right there.
Grand counter back over here in the backside end did a good job of chasing it down. And I think somebody landed on a Collins lineman's back leg, and that you never want to see that. That's what you hate to see for a lineman.
So we'll get a break for the injured player, and we will take a break as well and be back in just a moment. 31-7, Collins is the score, 7:17 to go in the 4th. We'll be right back on Glycott.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
They continue to attend to the injured player for Collins. As we have this break comes with 7:17 to go in the game. And he is on his feet now. That is 53 for Collins. Wyatt Butler. And he is now making his own way toward the sideline, which is always a good sign.
And that's the scary, when somebody comes in from behind, you see that so many times. They clip you from behind, and it can be a bad injury. Glad to see him walking. That's big for Collins. He's a good size lineman, and you don't want to lose somebody this late in a game.
And Butler 6'5" and 250 and a junior.
First and 10, Meade County at their own 44-yard line.
Meade County with the ball, and they are at their own 44. First down play. And here is Rainey throwing long down the right side and incomplete. Intended for Heiner. Noah Wade on the defense. Make it it was number 9, and that was Rogers that they were going for.
That's the old heave-ho.
Yeah.
He just wound up and heaved it. Probably might have been interference, but at 31-7, 7 minutes left in the game, you're probably not going to get that call.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 44. Two receivers out wide right this time, including Rogers, who was the target on that last play. Rainey throws near midfield. And caught by Jolly. No, it was broken up. Incomplete pass. So we'll go to 3rd and 10 now at the 44-yard line. They've been putting it up on this series with the 24-point deficit on the board.
I'm sure coach is thinking too, we might as well throw it. It's 31-7 and see what we can get out of it.
So here they come now on a 3rd and 10. 3 receivers out wide to the right this time. Wyatt Rainey takes the snap, rolls right. Still got it. Going to turn it upfield. Comes up to midfield. Ball is knocked loose. Collins has it going the other way. And brought down there at the 48-yard line. Looked like Estrada forced the ball loose. And then it was Trey England who made the catch of the ball after it popped up in the air. And the Titans have it at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, quite the hit on the sideline. Ball comes out, and Collins ends up with it. But, again, Rainey playing hard, running, trying to make something happen. And nice play by the Collins defense. Physical, run-to-the-ball defense.
Yeah, he had a pretty good head of steam going up as he came upfield and then got the hit right in the right spot.
Quite the collision.
Oh, 6:51 to go, 31-7 is the score. And Collins began to spread it out a little bit there toward the end of the first half. They got the field goal that made it 17-0. Took a little while for them to establish control of the ball game, but they've been in control most of the way.
Yeah, after that first drive where they fumbled and then held them, it's been all Collins.
So from the 48, the snap, the give to Delaney. He's across midfield, gets to the 49 before he is brought down. Bryson Willer. And Medley in there, a couple of new players for Meade County, and teamed up on the stop right there. 31-7. And now 2nd and 7 for the Titans. Hits up at the top of your screen. And now the snap, and that one gets away, and Hunter is going to have to fall on it. So he gets on it back on about the 44, and that's not something that they've had a problem with up to now, really.
No, first kind of mishandled snap, but really good job by him just falling on it. Don't do anything. Don't make a mistake where they get the ball, they run it in, just fall on it, live to play 3rd down. So good judgment there by the new quarterback tonight.
3rd down and 13 for the Titans at their own 44-yard line.
Be under 6 minutes to go when we get this next play off. There goes Delaney in motion. They fake it to him and give it to Askew, and he's across midfield and slams into Romero, who makes the tackle. And they got him down at about the 46-yard line, and he was running hard.
Yep, late in the game, still running hard and finished that run forward.
So it'll be 4th and about 5. They credit him with a pickup of 10. This one will be spotted at the 46-yard line. Of course, Collins in no hurry at all at this point in the game. Hunter ready to take the snap. He's got it. Turns and pitches behind him to Dale. Dale through the left side, dragged down as Rainey made the tackle. We've called his name a bunch of times tonight. That tackle made to inside the 40-yard line, so that'll be a first down.
Again, to the edge of the defense. It's just been the weakness all night for Meade. They haven't been able to contain the 8-9 hole at all.
A good run by Dale. At the 36 now. There's the snap and the give to Dale. Around the left side he goes, and they get him out of bounds down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, another example of what we talked about, where he finds the lineman's heels and then finds open space. Just a really good job of patient running there, good fundamental running. And then once you make your cut, getting vertical and getting yards.
First down, Collins at about the 18-yard line. Trying to add one more score. They lead by 24. Javon Hunter with Dale there with him in the backfield. Hunter has it and quickly passes to the left side, dropped by Hintz. He was ready to take off before he had that ball secure. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 for Collins. Collins has averaged 41 points a game in their first 4 wins, giving up an average of 9 points a game. So they are about on target defensively and could get pretty close offensively to their average if they stick this one in there. The snap and the give to Martin, and Martin is hit by Romero and pulled down.
Yeah, Meade has figured that out a little bit. The backside end is just going and making the play. There's nothing to contain him. There's probably a read play off that where the quarterback reads him instead of giving it. They just don't have that in the offense this week, working on other things that they needed to do.
There'll be a 3rd down play coming up with 9 yards to go from the 17-yard line in Meade County territory. We see McIntyre out to the right for Collins. Hunter waits for it, has it. Quick pass out to his right to Martin. He's at the 10 and down to the 5, inside the 5.
I like Martin. He's really physical player. He knows how to find the end zone down there. He finishes his runs. He's been a welcome addition tonight to the offense.
Now they're at the 2, and it's 1st and goal for Collins as the clock ticks with 2:40 to go. Hunter has Askew in the backfield with him, along with Martin. And the snap and the give to Martin. This time they've got him stopped, and that's for a loss.
Tackle on the play by number 77, Gunnar Beckham. Loss of 3 yards on the play. Second and goal.
Credit given to Gunnar Beckham on the tackle for Meade. Coming up on the 2-minute mark. Ball at about the 5-yard line now. And the snap, it's Martin again. He takes it to the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown.
Counter play again, this time back to the right, and he finds the seam and scores.
And that'll make it 37-7. Collins on top. Minute 46 to go in the fourth. Martin scores again. Here comes Miller to add the extra point. Try to make the lead 31 points.
Number 19, Gage Miller.
Miller ready with James holding. And the kick is on its way. And it is no good.
Point after, no good.
No good. So the second missed attempt of the year, and that leaves the score 37-7. We'll keep it right here. Just a minute 46 to go in this one.
He probably doesn't want me to come. His other miss was the game I did for Collins. So he's like, hey, Jamie Brown, stay away.
You're the jinx. And we'll see him go back to the kickoff role here in just a moment as his team leads by 30 now with a minute 46 to go. And we'll have to name some outstanding players for each team a little bit later on in our post-game show, but we'll have lots of candidates. And just the early leader for Meade, I would think, would be Wyatt Rainey. He'd
I think I agree with you there, Keith. Yeah. I mean, what a great player. Quarterback, running the ball, physical, playing defense, making a bunch of tackles. I mean, he's the kind of guy you want on your team, from what I've seen out of him tonight.
Yeah, we've called his name so often on both sides of the line of scrimmage that it's hard to believe he's one individual. He's played well offensively and defensively and is counted on for a lot by his team on both sides of the ball.
He's the old school Meade County player. When they were really good, they had players like that across the field, and they'll get back there. Coach Powers will get him back. There's no doubt.
Wyatt Rainey, 5'11", 207 pounds, and a senior.
They haven't quit tonight. I mean, it's 37-7, but they haven't quit. They've made some plays. They had a couple third down stops in the second half. Had that nice run right before the half. They're still physical. They're the little things are there. It's just going to take time.
And he boots it away, and looks like they will get a return this time. Taken inside the 5 and the 10 and down the sideline and nailed at about the 25-yard line. They had that was Peyton Stewart on the return. Well, they'll spot it on about the 35-yard line in Meade County territory. Minute 39 is all that's left.
They'll begin possession 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Collins is getting ready to move up to 5-0. And if they get Cade Gooden back in a reasonable amount of time, of course, again, we talked about had some tough games coming up, but if they get him back, they have every reason to expect some special things could happen for their team this year.
Yeah, as we said earlier, with his development, and then you see this run game tonight spread out among people, and the ability to throw the ball on the screens and quick passes. That's going to be a really tough offense to defend. But again, their defense has been so good. Coach Lucas has talked about that, and the kicker. So they have everything they need to be a really successful team. It's just a matter of developing and staying together and avoiding the injury bug down the road.
Yes. Yeah. They're a very entertaining team to watch, just from a fan's point of view, to see which one's going to get the ball this time to try to make a big play.
The second time I've seen him, and the ball goes around everywhere. And again, that's without Javon Hunter being playing tailback tonight.
Rainey still in there. And he takes it. And he's going to throw it long. And just over the outstretched arms of his receiver. And that was for Ethan Jolly. And he put it in the air. It looked like about as far as he could deliver it. And it was a little bit out of the range of Jolly, maybe just a step or two.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad throw. That was, it drives me insane as a coach why you run that pattern right down the sideline. But I've argued with receiver coaches about that for years. Run it where you can catch it with some room. The ball went out of bounds.
So second down and 10. Rainey going to give it to Mayfield this time. Mayfield to the left side, and he is brought down at about the 39-yard line. Clock running with 1:22 to go. They'll spot that one at the 39-yard line. Third down, about 6 for Meade County. Coming up on a minute to go in this game tonight. Stay tuned after the ball game. We'll have our post-game report. We mentioned naming outstanding players and wrap up the game. Take a look at some scores as well. Rainey waiting and hands it off. New player in the ball game is Jack Douglas, a junior. He got the carry that time, and he gets it down to 20 seconds with the clock running. 37-7 is the score, and Collins will get victory number 5 tonight. The players begin to assemble for the post-game handshake. 2 seconds, 1, and that is it. And the final score tonight is Collins 37 and Meade County 7. And we will take a break and come back and begin our post-game wrap-up in just a moment on Glycod.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Back post-game at Collins High School, 37-7 the final. The homestanding Titans win it tonight over Meade County as Collins took over pretty early in this one and just extended that lead and pretty much dominated the action. Keith Elkins along with Jamie Brown tonight. Kevin Maldonado, our producer, and Jacob Johns, our camera operator. Your Glycod crew for tonight. And Jamie, it was a dominating performance by Collins. As we said, this game was in a way for Collins turned upside down a little bit in that they had to go without Cade Gooden, their star quarterback, but they knew that early in the week. Coach Lucas knew who he wanted to go with, and he has to be feeling pretty good about the decision right now because Hunter turned in a really good ball game for him.
Yeah, outside the first drive where he did fumble, but after that, ran the offense, it was 12 of 14 passing. Now those are short screen passes and that, but did have the one long one. And no more turnovers, clean handoffs, so on and so forth. So I think Coach Lucas is very pleased with how the offense went and how things went. And again, the defense, gave up one long run, but other than that, played really well. So the plan worked.
The plan worked, and they won it by a score of 37-7. We'll take a look at tonight's scoring summary brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. And they got it going with a touchdown by Jaden Martin, 2:42 to go in the first quarter, and that was a 1-yard touchdown. Gage Miller added the kick to make it 7-0, and then Davion Dale carried for a touchdown, a 2-yard touchdown with 7:11 to go in the second quarter. Miller added the kick to make it 14-0. Then Miller hit on a 45-yard field goal just before halftime to make the score 17-0. We talked about Miller's kicking tonight. He was driving it through and out of the end zone. He hit the long field goal there in the early going, did miss an extra point late, but this guy is an outstanding kicker and quite a weapon that gives the coach an extra option as you get late in the ball game. You can think about him hitting a field goal for you, but really, really helps on that field position game too.
Yeah, you're at the 20 every time, no matter what, and then again, 45-yard field goal that could have been good from 50 or 55 maybe. Makes you smile as a coach and sleep a little better at night knowing you've got that in your back pocket.
And that was the first half scoring summary presented by Carpenters Local 1650. Building your winning career today. Visit carpenters.com for more information. And then in the second half tonight, in the third quarter, 8:05 to go, Jaden Martin, a 3-yard touchdown on the handoff. And then Gage Miller added the kick to make it 24-0. And then Meade got on the board. It was Wyatt Rainey to Grayson Heiner, a 44-yard touchdown pass with 5:47 to go. And Mitchell Staples added the kick to make it 24-7. And of course, Rainey, they're trying to solve their quarterback situation there at Meade County. And Rainey, normally a running back and a very, very good one, but stood in a quarterback tonight and completed a very nice throw and got a nice long touchdown pass to his credit.
Yeah, the kid is a warrior, as we said earlier. I mean, to play defense, all the tackles he made, run the offense, run the ball, make a couple good throws. Obviously, physically, he takes a beating at running back, and then he goes over in defense and makes all those tackles. A wonderful player. Really called his name a lot, number 0 for Meade County. Wyatt Rainey tonight, and his touchdown pass made it 24-7. But Collins came back. Jaden Martin again, another touchdown. The third of 4 for him tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4 for him tonight, and he scored with 18 seconds to go in the third quarter, and on a 2-yard run, Gage Miller added the kick to make it 31-7, and then
Collins wrapped up the scoring. Jaden Martin again on a 5-yard play this time with just a minute 46 to go in the game. Miller missed the extra point this time, and that left the final score at 37-7 tonight here at Collins. So we will take a break and come back, continue our post-game report in just a moment here on Glycott.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
This is Woody with Simpsonville Automotive. Hope you're enjoying the game. We're leaders in customer care because we're always on. Free air out front, 24/7. Our gift to the town. It's always on. 6 loaner cars ready for pickup or delivery anytime. After hours, use our drop box or secure pickup boxes anytime. My team gets it done. Simpsonville Automotive. We are leaders in customer care.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
When you want the right agents for your real estate, choose the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura have put their diverse and combined expertise to work in helping you buy or sell your house. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463 or visit them online at vantreeseteam.semin.com. Semin & Realtors, always one step ahead. This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by German American Bank, building our community since 1910. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. And by the Van Treese team with Semin & Realtors, Louisville's oldest and largest real estate firm.
Back at Collins High School, our scoring summary post-game brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Some scores from other games. North Oldham has beaten Seneca 48-6 tonight was the final. And also a final at South Oldham tonight. South Oldham defeats Oldham County 14-11. And it was Spencer County over Fairdale by a final score of 14-10 tonight. Some other scores from around Kentucky. And right now it's time to take a look at our players of the game. Tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. And Jamie, as we look at outstanding players, we'll look at the visitors first, and number 0 seem to be everywhere tonight for Meade County.
Yeah, no doubt. Wyatt Rainey, as I said earlier, all over the field, making a lot of tackles, running the offense, being physical as a running back. He is an excellent football player, so very valuable to them, obviously.
And for Collins, well, there are a number of players that had some good statistical games. Dale had 85 yards rushing. Askew had 50 yards rushing. And so they had some players contributing. And we mentioned a number of good athletes on that Collins team that can make things happen. But a guy that we thought was called on for some duty beyond the call tonight was the quarterback, Javon Hunter, as he was filling in for Cade Gooden, who is one of the best in the state. And Javon Hunter was asked to step in early in the week, and so he did get to work on the quarterback position this week, but that's asking a lot. And he really delivered tonight, 12 of 14 on passing for 147 yards, and just really did the job, as you said, in managing the game, too.
Yeah, and I think, we talked about during the game the things that we saw. But most importantly, he made one mistake, and he didn't do it again. And late in the game, he had a snap he didn't handle, a bad snap, however it was. He falls on it. He doesn't give up field position. Got the plays called. They did not have an offsides. That's a big deal when you have a new quarterback, new cadence, new play caller, and you didn't have an offside. Spread the ball, got the ball around, ran the ball when you needed to. From a coaching perspective, did everything you asked him to do. And there were some other guys that could have been player of the game, but for his first game at quarterback to manage it that well and do what he did, I think that's a good choice for us.
All right, well, tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. And we will take a final post-game break, come back and have a look at next week's schedule for you as we wrap things up on Glycott.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville, movement that inspires, and by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your winning career today.
Back to wrap things up at Collins High School with a look at next week's schedule, brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. Next week on Glycott, we'll have South Oldham at Anderson County, a 7:30 kickoff, and then 7 p.m. kickoffs for PRP at Male, and for New Albany at Silver Creek over in southern Indiana. Simon Kenton at Bryan Station at 7:30, and Covington Catholic is at Central next week on Glycott. We invite you to follow Kentucky football all season long on Glycod as we cover high schools from around central Kentucky and around the Louisville area and southern Indiana as well. It's been a pleasure to bring you this one tonight. Jamie Brown, enjoyed working with you very much.
Yes, sir, Keith. Really enjoyed it. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you. And we thank all of you for watching tonight as Collins wins it over the Meade County Green Wave tonight. Final score 37-7. So for Jamie Brown and for producer Kevin Maldonado and for our camera operator Jacob Johns, I'm Keith Elkins. Again, that final score, it was Collins 37 and Meade County 7. Good night from Collins High School on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. Suntime Pools and Spas, good people to know if you have a pool. And by Fast Signs.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation